Howdy, folks.
Hello, everyone.
And welcome back to Space Marine 2, Warhammer 40k. Technically, it's 5, but we beat the main campaign, so this is just our operations extravaganza. We're going to try and beat all the operations. So,
Yep.
do not do tips, tricks, guides, walkthroughs, speedruns, 100% trophies, or achievements. Play games for fun. Been doing it for years. Plan on doing it for many more with the idea behind it. This is kind of like a relax, hangout, chill video where, in case you have friends and family can't make it over for some co-op, simple fix. Pop on one of these videos and it's like you're inviting us over. We're inviting you over and we get to share a couch. This couch, it's great. It's huge. It flies. It's got laser beam eyes. It's called the internet. Where everyone can be invited because there's a seat available for you to kick your feet up, sit back, and relax because we're here to play good games, bad games, old games, and new games. To my subscribers, I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all because if it wasn't for you, these videos would not be happening and I would not be making as big of a fool out of myself as I pretty much do every video, but it's because of how great y'all have been to me over the years I do that, and because of your commitment, I promise that as long as one of you stays subscribed, I'll keep pumping out videos. And Drive by Redneck and Beers, howdy. And I'm going to do another game recommendation. Warhammer 40k. I'm going to recommend a game that you'll see a playthrough of. I played it before, but I went back and replayed it, and I found that I was a bit more pleasantly surprised with it. Also played on hard difficulty, because that's kind of one of the new things I'm doing. It's called Necromunda Hired Gun.
Necromunda Hired Gun.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fast-paced first-person shooter. You get a dog.
Huh.
You get a grapple arm thing to grapple around. A grapple gun.
Okay.
So yeah, if it's on sale, I definitely recommend it.
Necromunda. I have to write that down.
Now, I can send you something.
Yeah, send me some.
You know what? I'm actually going to keep using the Thunderhammer.
So I have a quick question because we kind of did things quickly before we left last time.
Yeah.
I thought I had unlocked the Carcharodon stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to edit my armor set, but I don't see it.
Okay, so go to Edit Armor.
Oh, do I have to go to the Astartes chapters?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can.
All right, I'm going to Edit Armor. Edit Armor.
Go to Astartes Chapters, or I think you can go down to Custom Armor Set. No, not Custom Armor Set. Go to Astartes Chapters.
Okay.
Now, scroll down. You should see Custom Pattern.
Oh, okay.
And you make a custom pattern. And it should be, when you go to it, it'll show you pattern, emblem, colors. And whenever you select one of those, it will show you something. If when you hover the mouse over it or the controller, it'll say like Carcharodon.
I found.
Okay.
I found.
Got it.
Okay. I thought I could do it from the initial editing part. Okay. I'm tracking.
He's tracking.
Perfect. Gotta represent my Carcharodon.
Oh, there is a beaky.
So
they have a beaky, but I can't. It's a pre-order, isn't it? It's DLC. I don't want to buy a cosmetics pack for that. Just give me a beaky. Ugh. Oh well. Guess we'll go with that. Mastercrafted. War gear. Pimp your power armor. Oh, we need to do our top 10 list, right?
Yep.
Rolling dice. Do you trust me?
Always.
7. Alright, let's look at this. 7, 7, 7. 1. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Okay. And the top 10 list this time around will be top 10 least favorite book genres, or you could cite, I guess, least favorite specific books as well that you've read.
Oof. Okay. This will be interesting. Are we talking strictly novels?
Yes, novels. Why were you thinking comics as well? Because if so, I think I have that written down as like a separate category altogether.
No, we'll roll with this. I already got 2 in mind.
Alright. Let me know when you're done with the cosmetic stuff and we'll hit up the operation.
Well, I think I'm just now seeing you can upgrade your weapons, right? Weapon perks? Like I'm
Yes, I think you upgrade them by getting skills or the experience. You need 1 green and more experience to unlock this tier. So the little green, what is it? Does it say anything up here? In the top right corner, there's green, purple, yellow. Green means master crafted, purple means artificer, and orange or yellow means relic. So we've got 1 green, I think. Now we just need the experience points to reach 1,500 for that first tier.
Okay, all right. So we can't. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a bit of a. It's got a bit of a grindy aspect to it, but that's fine. I just don't know what this 3rd slot up here is for me for selecting loadout. Oh, maybe because I can't equip like a primary weapon. Yeah, that's what it is. I only get the melee weapon and the pistol. Alright, so that's class-based, class-specific. So if you want the Ryan's rating review, it's going to be in video 4. But by the end of this, maybe I'll do like a quick secondary review on it.
Well, I'm trying to get rid of these exclamation points because they always bug me.
They always bug you. Been playing a lot of Command & Conquer 3. Never played it before, so those videos will be popping up eventually. I am thoroughly impressed so far. It has some of the most interesting ideas seen for like base defense turrets. I really dig that aspect of it, folks. If not, check it out. The Nod faction, you build like a hub, and then from it you spread out 3 different turrets, and the turrets themselves don't get damaged, but they regenerate when they're destroyed. And the only way to stop the turrets is to destroy the hub. That's just a really neat design I can't recall seeing anywhere else. And of course the setting. I'm really digging that setting. Kind of sad that Command & Conquer went down to pooper. But everyone say thanks EA. Thanks EA. Oh, are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Private mode on. And we're going to 2.
Very nice.
Second operations. I did not read what it was about, but it's fine.
We'll probably recognize it when we go through the level a bit, right?
Yeah, usually I like to read, though, to the people at home.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Narrate.
Good call.
Oh, a swarm of Tyranids threatens the astropathic relay on Avarax. Their path will take them across a bridge that can be rigged for detonation. Time to blast carefully to eliminate the Hive Tyrant leading the swarm. Oh, so maybe slay the Hive Tyrant. This is the Hive Tyrant that he was talking about in the 1 mission to the main campaign.
Nice.
So, also, hopefully sound levels are good. Of course, I'll find out when I rewatch the recording, but it doesn't really do you too much good. Would like to tell you, the first 2 OGs we played is hilarious, and you should check it out because I muted the mic. So it's just Heath sitting there having conversations with what sounds like himself.
Laughing maniacally at times, I'm sure. Good time. What game was that? Do you remember?
Man of Medan.
Man of Medan. Wow. Good times.
It's kind of crazy to think we've been doing this for a few years.
I know,
Already.
right?
Assist in the defense of the bridge until you confirm that the Xenos
Almost feel like I know what I'm doing.
trigger the detonation.
Right? Feel like we're finally getting in the groove.
An ignoble alien overlord.
Oh, I probably could have been able to switch out my melee, huh?
Oh, yeah. You
I
should be able to do
did-
it at the loadout thing, too. I think it's
Oh
happening.
yeah. I did switch the bolt pistol, the heavy pistol.
Yeah, I wanted
yeah,
to
my-
try this Inferno pistol. Which is basically like a multi-melta, which was one of those heat wave guns that does a lot of damage, but in a pistol form. Everything, I did look up a few things. Apparently I'm playing the worst class in the game, but I'm a fan of raptors, and this is as close to a raptor as I can get.
Did it say what the best class was?
Tactical, bulwark,
Delta Wing
are like
lost
two of the tippy tops.
Meridian en route.
Which we have a bulwark this time. Last time it was the tactical.
Yep.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to relay. Maintain Vox reports.
I know. I kind of like this the sniper one, not just because of the sniper, but
Oh,
because. Oh, was I not supposed to?
No, I was like, you probably need to shoot that because this is like a very close range gun. I couldn't even hit those.
The cloaking thing, I can be literally surrounded by enemies, and if I turn the cloaking thing on, they'll lose me. They'll just move. They'll go away. So it's very helpful if I'm swarmed and I have it charged. I can just pop it and disappear. Really weird in games too. I don't. In certain games, I like sniping, and I can't really explain. Like in this one, I like using the sniper weapons.
Take care not to peer too deep.
I don't know, but sometimes I don't. I don't know. I'm really weird that way.
Might be sharper than yours for Sparsius.
No, it's like shotguns. I've been doing every time I play a game with the shotgun. I always comment on whether it's a good example or a bad example. Because I like shotguns, but most games they're kind of poopy. So
And I generally, to give you two examples of game series I play a whole bunch of, Tomb Raider, in particular the newer ones, I very rarely use the shotguns. I use the bows and the handguns. Resident Evil, I will use the shotgun a lot.
armor boost.
Maybe it's because of enemy type, you know? Maybe. Probably has something to do with it. Oh, he's just
But you can check out our top 10 favorite and least favorite weapons in a video we did. I think it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one.
Another alien falls to the Imperium's key.
Splintered Fates. Which was a pretty good game. We had some fun with that.
We got some back here. Oh, yeah, you're there. Sorry.
We have what now?
I was about to say we had some back there, but you'd already moved there. So, never mind.
World this Xenos sought to consume. I am airborne ready. Skippers, I am glad to have your eye covered.
My brother shields me. I shield my brother. Just
Of course, I'll have to give a shout out to my favorite, just to give a preview. My favorite sniper rifle is on that list from Bulletstorm. As the alt mode, you can control the bullet and fire it up an enemy's butt, and you get bonus points for it. Bulletstorm. Check it out, people. Oh, what's that?
Oh, that's the Pyrovore. Or Biovore, I don't know what they... Oh, it's a Biovore, because it's got... It shoots
You got
spore
it?
mines. Yeah, I got it. There's also a stim pack up here, and shot grenades, and an ammo box. And an armor boost. Don't forget to bash your boxes, and a data slate over here.
Nice. All right.
Over here? No.
All right, where we go? I still got my frag, so if you want those shots.
I've got a Melta, so... Actually, let me switch it out. Throw the shocks, and I'll keep the Melta. Use them before you lose them. I don't know if they did anything or hit anybody, but...
What is that icon? Oh, the flag. What's with the flag?
That's a bulwark thing.
Oh,
That's his Y. Plants a flag. That
Oh.
I think it restores armor.
oh, do we get any?
Well, you get your cloak, and I get the...
No, I meant, does the flag do anything for us? You know, sometimes you get a perk where you plant
Yes, it regenerates our armor. Some classes are built around more team play-ish kind of things.
Okay.
So.
Oh. Sometimes I snipe them before you can execute them. So
No,
I
that's
think
all good.
we've done that back and forth a couple of times.
Yeah. I mainly execute just because it's quicker.
Yeah.
Not because I necessarily need it, but... okay, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that.
Are you down there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I see you.
There's a stim thing down here if you need it. And crack grenades.
Actually, I'm full on stims. I'm actually doing pretty good. I haven't popped a grenade either. I do need ammo. Oh, they're back here.
Keep running back.
Xenos infestation is stemmed for nasty
Pop goes the weasel. Alright. Only because I had that one ability, or that one grenade.
Sniper versus sniper.
Like enemy at the gates.
Oh yeah. Never seen it.
It's
Familiar with
okay.
it.
Ed Harris
Oh, okay.
plays the Nazi.
It's like spy versus spy.
Armor boost. That was a pretty decent NES game. Problem is, you only got most of your fun from playing against somebody.
That's a
no
game,
reward.
co-op game that should be remade or something, right? I don't even know
Yeah.
how popular Bad Magazine is anymore. Crack grenades?
Save them for when something happens. I've got a grenade. I don't know what it is though. I will keep that in mind. Where were those up here?
Down here.
Oh, down there's crack grenades. Okay.
There's a little corner here. Oh, and a stem pack.
Oh. Okay. I see.
And an ammo box.
Good.
Releasing frag grenade. He is an angel of death.
Ah, shit.
The Xenos infestation is stemmed for now. War gear requisition.
War gear requisition.
I can imagine no finer purpose than keeping the hearts of my brothers pure and the hearts of my enemies still.
Alright, I'm going to start with number 1 on my list. Should not be a shocker to anybody the world over. It is one of what I think is a very dumb genre. But I get it. Romance. I've read one romance novel in my life. It was by accident. Because it had this, like, image of a... Oh, we got these guys, huh? It had like a Celtic thing on it. Well, now this is where I'm absolutely useless.
I'm trying to get where I can snipe them. One down. Right.
I was distracted because it had like Celtic, myth and stuff on the front of it, and it was about a third of the way through the book. I'm like, man, there's a lot of sex in this book. And it was my second deployment to Iraq, and it was in a big box of books that were left over from the last unit. And I mean, at that point, you just read anything and everything you can get your hands on.
Right. Been there.
I could never get into it because I get it's a, mainly not because of like human connections and character dramas. That's okay. That's fine. I get it. It's, again, there's all these like descriptive sex stuff, and I'm just like, I'd rather do it than read about it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you. Spoiler, that might show up on my list.
Oh, servo scope. Armory data. Grants resources. Yay, I got another mastercrafted thing over here.
Oh.
That's how we get the points to upgrade to the next tier. Armor boost over here.
I can't access that. I wonder if...
I think because I got it, it gets it for both of us. We'll find out.
Yeah.
When we... Oh, yeah, if you press select, you'll see you have a little green thing in the bottom.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect. Okay. Let me go ahead and get my number 1 out of the way, and a lot of mine are going to be subgenres of horror. Because 99% of the stuff I read is horror. Gothic horror.
Okay, so things like Dracula, Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's kind of, I guess it's kind of hard to explain. I've told you about, there's a list, a monthly list I read, that someone compiles. They have a website. They actually compile by month what horror stuff's coming out. It's pretty accurate and pretty extensive. And so I always reference that before a new month. To see what books I might be interested in. And inevitably,
cool. Sorry.
What happens every time is I'll come across a book, and this list, there's a description of the book, obviously, so you can, decide if you want to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, oh, well, this looks really interesting. And then it turns out to be a Gothic, and it just, I don't know. It's like a setting thing almost, Like they're usually in houses or old haunted house type stuff.
So what is it though exactly about Gothic horror that? Because Gothic is like a mood set.
I guess that's what it is.
Stand by the banner and it regenerates your armor. Whenever it's up like that.
Good, because I'm having a hard time talking and fighting right now. I really picked a bad time.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I guess it's the vibe in general.
Like you don't like the, dark rainy nights, castles, and...
Yeah, that kind of stuff, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Like, for something like Dracula, it's so iconic, I think, though, I wouldn't mind something like that. But
see, I'm a fan of that genre of Gothic type stuff, right? Vampire the Masquerade, for example, stuff of that nature. Werewolf the Apocalypse is less Gothic, but still.
And a lot of it is tied into romance too. Pretty much without fail, if I read the description of a book and the word Gothic is in there anyway, I'm generally not going to be interested in it.
I wonder how much of that is, though, that it's not Gothic in the sense that it's a Gothic genre, but it's got a Gothic aesthetic, right? Because those are two different types of things. You can have the spooky castles and armor boost, all that jazz.
There's probably something to that.
But within that, you have things like romance, so it's like a vampire and a girl fall in love,
Yeah. Yeah, there might be something to that.
What are we supposed to be doing? Locate.
There's explosive charges in here. So.
Okay. Oh, we gotta pick them up. Okay.
Is this a one at a time thing, or?
Yes, it looks like it is.
I mean, look how big we are. We can carry more than one.
Yeah, seriously. Then you just place them around, I guess.
Wherever it says interact, right?
Yeah. While they shoot at you.
I'll just turn invisible.
That is a good point.
Oh. Unfortunately, interacting with it turns me visible. I'll get this last one. Where's he go? I'll be with you guys in a minute. Hold on. Let me turn invisible and get this last one. Alright, last one. Oh, wait.
Order its
Why does it only say 3? You missing 2? Is there another floor or something?
Maybe. I'm dealing with these warriors real quick. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you need armor. Let me know if you do.
I was giving you a hand. There's another one.
Alright. There's gotta be different floors, I guess. We gotta go down or up.
Yeah, I'm trying
Looks
to
like they
split.
both only go up. Oh, no, there's a stairs down. I'm gonna go up. Can't go up that way.
We still have supports to wire. We need
Let me go up this way.
We do need more bombs.
Can't go up this way.
Oh, you said there was a downstairs.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, cough, cough.
Oh, good. There it is. Oh, you just dropped down. Yep. Yep, they're down here.
Okay.
I'm grabbing one. Get off my back.
Grab the other.
Placed.
charge primed.
That is the problem with this gun. I don't really have the ammo count to... Oh, is it still downstairs we have to plant it?
I think so. I was standing by the guy's thing. Banner.
Oh, the banner.
And we got some shooters down here.
Okay. Anytime you see one of them with like a red face icon, you have to interrupt them. Because they're calling for reinforcements.
Okay.
I mean, in the end, it ain't no thing, because it's not like it's
Hive tide and movement
too difficult right now, right?
join the Imperial
And it is on like the lowest setting. Armor boost over by me.
Colossus into the kill zone.
Okay, hold on. I'm in the green zone. Ah, shit.
I am the right to
Ah, shit, I'm down.
Is bulwark got ya?
Yep. I was being careless. Not doing my sniping duty. Oh, you said there's armor somewhere?
Armor boost, yeah, over here.
Alright,
By my name.
avenging angel at your disposal.
thank you.
I'm gonna look around real quick just to make sure there ain't nothing else. I don't think there is, but
Good idea.
yeah, definitely not as mobile as the class was in the first Space Marine game, but I'm digging it.
Looks pretty empty here.
Yeah, I think we just leave. Where do we leave at though? Do we go back upstairs? I guess. Yeah, it looks like it. Ah, that door.
Mm-hmm. Actually, top off real fast. Ammo.
Oh, there's an ammo box. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need that. Because again, this thing only holds like 18 shots.
Oof.
Yeah. So I'll probably just switch to the heavy pistol.
Thought I had it pretty bad.
The Xenos infestation is stemmed now.
Oh, stop standing in that bulwark.
Don't get excited, folks. Just a Red Bull.
Excuse me, I got some phlegm thing going on. I don't know.
Oh, it was so terrible this morning for me.
Together we
I had to delete like a video that I was working on for like half an hour because it was just me going. Ah. My number 2 might be a shocker to some folks because I'm a fan of the cinema, I'm a fan of the guns, I'm a fan of the style. I actually own clothes in that manner. Malifaux is a great game, at least 2nd edition. 3rd edition's poopy, but Westerns. I could never get into Westerns. Unless it's like a Wild West, Weird West, which has more horror, sci-fi, that kind of thing. There you go. Nothing really to it. It's just
it is renewal given form.
they tend to be slower paced and character dramas, which work okay, but again, something more attached to it is usually there's almost always like a romance element to it, a love interest. Plus, how many books can you read where it's like, and I went on a cattle drive? So, Western genre, as much as I like the aesthetics and the cinema format, and things like Unforgiven, Tombstone, or Weird West stuff like Malifaux, the style, lever action, I love lever action, everything. I didn't even know they had lever action pistols, but they had them. They're called, Volcano was the brand, I think.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Little lever actions. And I found that out when I played through the Call of Juarez game that I played through recently. It was like, oh, that is cool. Looked it up. Yeah, they were real.
I have to look that up because I'm trying to picture in my mind how they would look. With little levers on them.
Little levers, yeah. They're great.
Basically?
Also, yeah, literally. And they're honestly like the best pistols in that game. I'd recommend. But yeah, I love it for video games. I love it for, there's a Guardian Relic over here. I love, again, the aesthetic style of it. I love the stories you can tell, but in written format, I'm just not a fan of Western novels.
You can pick it up. I have mine. So.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
So we got a spare one just in case. Shot grenades or melt? I'd rather take shot grenades than melt-a-bomb. Melt-a-bomb, they don't even throw, they set it down. Which is weird. But we know there's a melt-a-bomb there if we need it. There's a stim here. Oh, this is where we fought that Carnifex the first time. Or the second time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's bust all this.
So I'm going to knock out my number 2 and number 3 because you've already mentioned them. Romance and Westerns.
Okay.
Pretty much for the same reason. I'm not as big a Western fan as you as far as movies, although, I mean, I enjoy them and some of them are my favorites. Same with romance, too. I think one of my favorite non-horror movies from one of our lists was a rom-com. As good as it gets, right?
Yeah.
But as far as reading goes, it just doesn't catch my interest. The last time I purposely read Westerns was
Duty for me.
Gene seed. Yeah, I was in Central America. We were doing a hurricane relief mission. I was in, and I had no choice. It was some Louis L'Amour stuff, and not that it's bad. It's just
The beast that commands the swarm
not what we're interested in.
That's
Have we picked up one of these gene seed things before?
Oh, where's the gene seed?
Over here. Am I
Oh,
forgetting this?
already done, Guardsman.
What does this do?
I have no idea what the gene seeds do in the game, but
Be held until the end of the mission, which prevents carrying a guardian relic.
I'll carry it.
That's
Gain
okay.
additional experience points.
Oh,
Okay. Gene seeds are what are implanted in a space marine during the process. They are a piece of the Primarchs of the chapter, who are like the founders. That's
Oh.
where I told you they kind of whenever you become a space marine, you kind of physiologically morph into
Yeah.
a bit the founder of the chapter. So for the Ultramarines, they'd look like Guilliman. And the Apothecary's role is to
The hive tyrant is on its way, but there is a horde of Xenos between here and
that was a great place to throw one of those shot grenades. Is to use these long needles where they throw them, or they take the gene seed out, because they're very, very valuable. And it's the only way to create new Space Marines. You have to have a gene seed implanted in them. That's why, for example, the Tau have tried to create their own version of Space Marines, but they can't do it because they don't have gene seeds to do it, and they don't understand the process of it. Tau are another alien race. Here comes the Hive Tyrant over there. The big boss.
detonate the charges now.
The guy over there?
Yeah. Detonate.
I don't think he's reacting to my
Not
shots.
yet, yeah.
That is cool.
Detonation complete. Tenacity Delta Wing.
That's a band name.
Neutralized.
What's that?
Detonation complete.
It is not dead.
Oh wow, yeah, good call.
I just imagine in my head, they're like, whenever they finish a song and, it gets real dark and it's silent for a second, they say, detonation complete. And they start up the next song.
Lieutenant's assessment.
Yeah, that's pretty smart actually. So the gene seeds come from the who?
Primarchs, which were the
Primarch.
original, the most superhuman Space Marines. They were the children of the Emperor.
Right,
He spread
okay.
through the solar system.
I remember it now. Okay. So but couldn't you said that the Tau were trying to make their own Space Marines. I mean,
Yes, they
couldn't
would recover the corpses, but by that point, the apothecaries had already traveled across the battlefield, withdrawing the gene seeds.
Do they not have technology to develop their own?
No, they don't, because they're an alien race. They don't understand how Space Marines are made. So
Okay.
they just kind of go off their own technology too, which they are highly advanced. But it doesn't mean that just because you're highly advanced doesn't mean you have the same technology as someone
True.
else. For example, you could use even real world comparisons between Europe and China during their respective ages.
And there are, pretty sure you've mentioned this before, but the gene seed can be rejected, right?
Yes, it can. Yeah, just because you make it through everything, if the gene seed rejects you, then
Is that that's the last part of the process of the gene seed?
Yeah, you're dead if the gene seed doesn't take.
Oh, so it doesn't just mutate you or something?
No, it would mutate you, but if it doesn't work, it would end up mutating you to a point to where you don't survive the process, kind of thing.
I was thinking it'd be kind of cool if there's a regiment or a squad or a unit of Space Marines with a gene C mutated or rejected or
Oh,
something.
okay, yeah.
Like a mutant squad of,
The world this Xenos sought to consume
you know,
now consumes its kind.
almost like a, I mean, I hate to use this phrase, Suicide Squad of Space Marines, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They're extra expendable because they're mutated or whatever.
Armor boost over here if you need 'em.
Look down upon by the others. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, they are elitist because they're the elite of the elite, but it's like, it's more or less like an idea of culling the weak. So they wouldn't even want something like that
You would be the
within their range.
Yeah.
firing point. We're down next
I'll save it. If we can come back here, I'll save that.
Wait. Are you being serious? No.
I'm not a radio station. Sirius SM. You did your up to 3, right? So it'd be my turn.
Yeah,
I'm
about
check.
to
Okay, so
I
I'm
cheated
going.
a little bit, so.
I'm going to lawyer books. I don't mind the movies so much; they're okay too. But like books about lawyers, you know, like The Firm, Grisham novels.
Okay,
They're okay. They're fine novels, but the lawyering part, not a fan. Never been a fan of lawyering in general. Evil creatures they are. But I just get bored. You know? He jumped on our bulwark. But they make okay movies to watch. I think it's more or less probably because it's carried by the cast that you get.
Yeah.
You should lend me that jump pack sometime. I was never one for a good vampire.
I'm actually not a fan of law movies either, to be honest. I can't remember. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember like the courtroom type drama movie that.
10 was it 10 Angry Men?
Never seen it.
The original's really good. The remake is not near as good. Had what's his name? Or what was Hanwei Jane's last name? Fonda. Fonda had her dad and maybe her brother in it.
Okay.
I know her dad was in it at least. The original.
Oh, Peter Fonda.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Peter.
I think.
Peter. Yeah. Which I've got some Peter Fonda movies I'll whip out for you that are pretty decent. But
Like, I know. I've seen some of the, like, what's the one we saw recently? The one with Matt Damon
Matt Damon.
and Claire Danes. That one was pretty good. John Voight. They turned down the kids' cancer thing treatment.
Okay, yeah.
Roy Scheider was in it. And that was okay. I mean, I don't know. They just don't interest me as much. Oh, Danny DeVito was in that, wasn't he?
Yes.
That's
what about My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I kind of think it's overrated.
What? Let's see. What else could I do to try and turn you on to some of these? There's one with Gene Hackman and what was the guy that was in 2012? He was like a limo driver.
Edward Norton?
No. 2012 was that End of the World movie. When everyone was crying about how the end of the world was a Mayan calendar. He was in... Was he in Pretty in Pink, I think? With his sister?
Oh, John Cusack.
Yeah, John Cusack is in it. Gene Hackman plays like someone for the... one of the sides of the I think, the prosecution, the try and jury stack.
Okay.
It was pretty good. And John Cusack plays someone who's trying to get on the jury for reasons that you find out when you watch the movie.
I think that it kind of ties into what you said about the having a stacked cast, right?
Yeah, really it does. That's the only reason like I can tolerate a lot of those lawyer movies is because it's the cast that makes the characters interesting, but the books themselves would be far less interesting on their own, you know? Just because of the content of it. Of course, 10 Angry Men, 12 Angry Men, or whatever is a bit different because it's also about the jury deliberation part. You know, it takes place in one room, and it's about a single case, and they don't leave the room.
Oh, the whole movie's in that one room.
It's in one room, yep.
I do like me some single location movies when they're done. Good.
And it's about how one guy changes everybody's mind through just dialogue. But if you had the wrong actors, which is why the remake bombs, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, just like...
Okay. If you have the right actors, then it becomes far more engaging. But in books, the same books, if I had read them, I wouldn't be near as engaged with them.
Well, that's my number 4 then.
It's your number 4.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm kind of cheating.
Okay, that means I gotta jump to my number 4 now to catch up. Number 4 might surprise everybody, because this is a genre of movie that I generally like, even the bad ones for the most part. I can't stand most horror novels.
Oh, we got a fight going on.
It's a hard sell for me.
Oh, man.
It's a very hard sell. Outside of something like Lovecraft, but Lovecraft gets the benefit because of the era he was in and the fact that I think few people still are able to pull off what he pulled off. And even if they do pull it off at this point now, people will say, well, you know, he just copied Lovecraft. So it's kind of, I guess he gets like legacy benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you got classics like Dracula and Frankenstein, and they're good, you know. But again, it's because they didn't have anything like that. And I blame Stephen King because I've read some Stephen King, and I did not like it. It just came off as very pretentious for the most part. Dean Koontz, I feel he's a bit more of an honest Stephen King, where he knows what kind of schlock he makes. But most horror novels don't really get my juices going, because I think part of the problem is I can imagine it in my head, but like, has there ever been, maybe recommend, let's see if we can work this way, recommend some like slasher novels.
Yeah, because if anything, I read too much horror. This guy's scared of us. Top of my head, Stephen Graham Jones has a couple good ones.
Are they slashers though? Like a Jason Voorhees or a Freddy Krueger transcribed into literary format?
They're a bit more involved. It's.
I also,
he's the guy.
Again, real quick, just always remember that damn book you suggested I read, where like a little voodoo doll thing made out of like belly button lint or dryer lint shoves itself down someone's throat and uses like a needle, armor boost over here. A little
that
poking
was like
needle to stab, and I was just like, there was also other like very suspect stuff with a child in it, in regards to like, you know, and there's a lot of that stuff in it, right? That's another reason like I didn't like the book It with by Stephen King. The whole thing in the sewer.
Pretty sure that was a Bentley Little book. There was a phase where I was reading everything by Bentley Little. I wouldn't do it now because I don't think he was ever that good. But no, Stephen Graham Jones has he was in the list for one of my favorite books. The Only Good Indians is one of my top 5 books of all time. That's not a slasher book, but he is a huge horror fan, and he's written a couple books about slashers. There's the Indian Lake trilogy. I Was a Teenage Slasher, which is actually about a teenage kid transforming into a slasher. With all the tropes and everything that goes with it, kind of dives into, it's like one of those things. And
weapon loadout thing if you need it, but
no, I'm good, pretty much. Yeah, he's written a couple books on slashers. I'm trying to. I had to have read some more. I'm thinking. I read so many horror books, and now I'm trying to like race in my mind, like. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at like my lists and everything, but I'll definitely get back to you to see if I have any in mind. But we've talked before about what am I doing? There we go. Something's gonna happen because he's going down pretty easy. The majority of horror stuff is not good anyway, so but I just consume so much of it. Why did I pop that? I didn't need to. Alright, I'm gonna hold off because I'm
of course.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh crap.
What is he doing?
Psychic Scream.
Psychic Scream, bury the unwanted child. Sorry, that's Silent Scream, a Slayer song. Okay, I gotta regroup here for a minute. Let's do this. I need ammo. Oh, there's an ammo box, of course. Oh, thank you. I was waiting for Bulwark, but...
That pitiful Xenos was but no horrid rot.
Man. It's got hairy fast.
Yeah, it did. I got quiet. I am out of ammo. I have no health.
Wounds of the Imperial. Xenos hunger is insatiable,
Oh shit.
but the Imperial
That'll work.
Damn. Oh, he's already injured. Oh, because the bridge fell on him. Or the statue.
So 3 of mine I cheated by just agreeing.
Piggyback, yeah.
Um,
Oh, the
But-
horror. It's just...
yeah.
Again, I wanted to elaborate further on that just because it's such an important genre everywhere else. But kind of like the same with westerns. I think it's because I find so much horror derivative of the things that I already like, and I'd really like to see something new from the genre. And again, because horror, I think the problem is with the novels is they have such a strong foundation from things like Lovecraft, from things like Mary Shelley and Bram Stoker, even Edgar Allan Poe. They set a really strong foundation that you could really connect what we watch or consume in media from them. So it's not necessarily a jab or anything at any of these writers or something. It's just, it's very difficult to impress me with that. So.
No, that's a good point, and I think I'm kind of the same way because I consume a lot of horror too, across all media. And it is hard. I find myself not enjoying more horror books that I read than I enjoy. But I read so many of them, so it you know. And I'll always be that way. Just keep giving them a shot. I'm looking at the list now, and actually I came across one that I did read that I just remembered. It's called Kin.
Kin. Okay.
Kin.
K-I-N.
K-I-N by Keelan Patrick Berg, and it's actually and it's not a spoiler to describe this. It's what interested me about this one was it's not like a straight up slasher. It's what happens after
Oh.
the final girl escapes.
Mm-hmm.
And then what she does after. And I'll just leave it at that.
What the hell is fencing? Sorry.
That was a pretty good one. Clown on a Cornfield. I never read that one. I knew they recently made a movie about it. Oh, The Last Final Girl is another one by Stephen Graham Jones, a slasher. Which is kind of written. It's kind of almost written like a movie screenplay, the way he wrote it. I don't know for certain, but I think he purposely wrote it that way. At least that's how it came across to me. That's kind of why that list I go off of. And I apologize. I forget who made that list. I knew at one point, and they break it down by month, so I can just go by month and see what's coming out. It's a pretty good list, and I do get a lot of suggestions from there. They don't always work out, but hey, we'll give them a shot. All right, let's get rid of the knife. Can I get rid of the knife? No, I can't. I'm stuck with the knife. That's fine. Okay, so we should be able to upgrade the weapons now, right?
Yeah, I got one to upgrade my Thunder Hammer. So you'll click on the weapon, and it should unlock the next level. And if you have the orange circle currency, you can upgrade it to one of 3 different types of upgrades. It'll make more sense when you get into it. Looks like you need 75 to buy it, though. Still don't know what these little green things here are for. Do we trade them in? Do we sell them?
Master crafted.
Okay,
alphabet.
we can requisition them.
Oh, are these just cosmetic differences?
No, they actually upgrade stats.
Okay, 7, 10, 2, 5, 4, 10. Oh, okay, I see it. Okay,
Yeah.
so-
So why
okay,
would you
so
want
that
that?
8, 2, 5, 4, 10, 12.
I'll just keep rolling.
Oh, okay, it's less ammo, but it's more firepower. Okay, yeah. Do I want more ammo or 56 rounds at 7 firepower versus 48 rounds at 8. I'm looking at the 48. Wouldn't buy it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have enough to buy anything.
Per tree.
Keep rolling with this.
After reloading while having damage increased by 10%. Yeah, let's do that. That's always good. When your health is below 30%, you deal more damage. That actually might not be bad for me.
Oh, it tells you what you cleared the level with is what class. Okay. Let's look at multi. Oh, I wonder if we could do we could probably do multiplayer. It looks like you get rewards for doing multiplayer too. Capture and control, annihilation, and seize ground. All traditional gameplay modes. Vox Liberatus. All Vox channels surrounding the astropathic relay have gone dark. The source of the jamming is unclear. Beyond that, it lies within territory controlled by heretic forces. Ascertain the nature of the sabotage and restore communications. Sounds like a plan, man. I don't think this will interfere with your upgrading, so I just wanted to get it set so we can pop it when you're done.
Yeah, I'm just upgrading some perks. There's actually one. I'll have to get that next. Increases my ammo I can carry. That'll be nice. Okay, I'm all set. Yeah, this is turned out to be great. A lot of fun. Just the right amount of customization for someone like me who doesn't like to do too much.
Yeah, it's deep enough that there's something there for me to chew on, but not deep enough that you're just chewing on a bunch of fat, you know?
Yeah.
It's all lean meat. Oh, I'm gonna piss some people off with some of these books.
When we get to them, my next two are actual horror subgenres, so should be a bit more unique.
I mean, I could do. The thing is, I could do subgenres of horror, but I kind of already did it in the reverse by picking the only horror books I like. You know.
Yeah. I would have no choice because I mean, I honestly struggle to think of other genres of books I've read. Like, I'll be honest, I can't even remember the last romance novel I read.
Yeah, mine was 2004. I can tell you because that was my second deployment. So
I'm just assuming I didn't like it, so I threw it on the list. But Maybe that's a fault of mine. Maybe I should be reading different stuff. I don't know.
Station. The source of the
Oh, I guess you can count. Well,
territory. Hook it and destroy whatever
I wouldn't
is
count Thomas Hardy as romance. Classic literature. Because Thomas Hardy novels are some of my favorite. They're certainly romance heavy. I would actually describe them as tragedy porn books because horrible things happen to people all the time.
Understood.
That's the book he wrote. Jude, if you remember, I told you once. That's the book where the young kid killed himself and his sister and left a note that said, "Done. We are too many," to his parents. That's the kind of stuff Thomas Hardy throws in his books, but not all of them. But in fact, the Mayor of Casterbridge was on my list of top 10 books. But there's always something tragic going on in a Thomas Hardy novel, so I wouldn't classify them as romance.
Another alien falls to the Imperium's keen blade.
Well, while we're waiting, and so we don't have to think too much about it, but we can talk about this because I did obviously mention numerous times enjoy that Red Tide book, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you classify that as? Because there's certainly action, but given the players in the book, it has like a horror lean to it, right?
Yeah, yes. It'd be like a sci-fi horror. I mean, I would honestly classify Warhammer novels in its own separate category because they're kind of they occupy this really weird space where, because Warhammer is kind of a genre, I think is how I'm going to defend it. I brought up, for example, for fantasy, the Black Hearts, which is basically Dirty Dozen, but Warhammer Fantasy. Blood Tithe, which you brought up, which was like horror, right?
Oh, I said Red Tide, didn't
Or
I?
yeah, sorry, Red Tithe. No.
Oh.
You're right. You're right. So, and then you've got things like Gotrek and Felix, which are literally like Lethal Weapon, but in the Warhammer Fantasy universe. You have, I think it was called Path of the Dark Eldar, which would be more like political.
Okay.
So it's a weird genre when it comes to Warhammer books. You have Nagash, which is like historical fantasy. I did not dodge that.
There's shot grenades down here and armor boosts in that corner. I was just saying.
I want to see if we're going to bait something out of here.
Let me do it, because I am the master baiter.
Haha, you said it.
That was an American Dad joke. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's been a joke many other times.
Many other
but
times, yeah.
I remember it from American Dad.
Alright, that way, I can get rid of those grenades and pick up these.
But Stan actually catches himself before he says it.
Woohoo! Alright, what are you on? What number?
I really should start writing these down instead of putting them on my phone. Where I have to. I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm on 5.
Okay, and I'm on 5, so
Next
we're
one will
caught
be
up.
5.
Alright, I'll lead with the next one then. Alternate history books. So things like, even though I enjoy the genre because he wrote some really freaking good books that inspired movies, such as things like Total Recall. He did that Man in the High Tower book, right? Forgot the guy's name. But for the most part, I don't like alternate history books unless there's a bit of a spice added to it. So, for example, the Command and Conquer Red Alert games are a alternate history, but they're video games where the Soviets, Hitler never existed, so the Soviets and the Allies fought each other, and they add things like Tesla coils and chronospheres and weird sci-fi type aspect stuff to it. But for the most part, I don't find alternate history books interesting. Like, what if the South won? What if, Germany dominated the world? What if, I was like, alright. It's just, oh, we got people back here. We've got our own history, but with a twist. It's almost like M. Night Shyamalan. What a twist.
Okay, that's my number 5. I'm just kidding.
But, I mean, I like history, but I wouldn't read a historical fiction novel, really, just because I need a little more to it than that.
Yeah.
But if there's something like aliens involved, or technology that's way advanced or crazy, then yeah, that'd be more my jam. But like straight just what if books, what if
what if this one as opposed to the other?
What if the flag of the United States was green instead of red, white, and blue? It was red, white, and green, kind of thing.
It'd be Italian, right?
Yeah, Mexican, I think too.
Or Mexican.
It'd be like a bunch of them. It'd be like every other flag. Like if you're gonna give me like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I like medieval books, but
Look, a Warfire bulwark protects the Thousand Suns position.
I don't even know if I've read any alternate history stuff.
But give me like dinosaurs fighting knights, or knights riding dinosaurs fighting. That'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, we all know dinosaurs make everything better. So.
I am about to break out of general genres here too, folks, so I don't want to feel like I'm just sticking to generalizations, but I wanted to get those out of the way first. Now I'm looking for gene seeds too. Stems, I'll take that. Ammo, melt the bomb. Looks like there's a stem thing back here if you need one.
I have 2.
Okay, I got 2, so we're good.
Plant your flag. Again, do it.
do it now. Yeah. But yeah, alternate history stuff. Like I said, check out. If anything, I think I sent you that clip of Red Alert 3.
Yeah.
I didn't send you like the full those are like bloopers, but the cast that they got in it was just great.
Yeah, I've always been impressed by that.
And in Command and Conquer 3, which I've been playing for the first time recently, they have Michael Ironside and Guardian Relic here if you need it. And a Daslate. Guardian Relic is over here.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Billy D. Williams.
Oh,
Did you want me to move on to my number 6, or?
I'm gonna get my 5. Hold on.
I don't want to feel like I'm I think the alternating format works pretty good.
Yeah. Another subgenre of horror, ghosts. Not a fan of ghostly stuff. Not to mean I haven't read stuff I've enjoyed.
What are ghost books? I don't know if I... Yeah, let me clarify this real quick, back to the whole horror thing. I read a lot of Goosebumps growing up. They were entertaining, though, because every story would be something different, a different genre of horror, so... I do give the original Goosebump books a bit of a leeway because of that. But that's the only time I think I may have read a ghost novel, honestly. Also, Say Cheese and Die. Check it out. It's hilarious. It's got a great cover for the book.
Not even I mean, this extends to other media too. Supernatural stuff I'm just not a huge fan of. Ghosts in particular. Like
Armor Boost.
the novel I'd mentioned, You Only Get Indians, is supernatural in a way, but it's not like a ghost, you know, like a spirit haunting type thing. Often ties into the gothic stuff too that I read that I didn't like, so you know, ghost haunting some old Victorian manor, and you know.
What was that? Oh, Eccleston's. Yeah, things like what? Haunting of Hill House? That was a book, wasn't it?
I think so. I'm actually trying to think through my head the last one I did read.
Into the breach once more.
I don't know, horror's kind of a fluid genre anyway, right? Just because something, you know, is you think might be a ghost, it's not really, and blah blah blah. And what is going on here?
Oh, more chaos stuff. Rituals. And...
We have to destroy this? Okay.
Oh, okay, one of those rider guys from...
Oh, we have to destroy one of these things? This thing? I was trying to interact with it. Oh, we have to capture it. Do we have to...
Probably stand in the zone
Oh, okay.
for a period of time, I'm guessing. And then this will lower, and then we break it, maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was hurt. I went up to it. And
Yeah, it's lowering. It's lowering the...
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now we can interact with it.
Oh, I didn't realize I had shot grenades. Ha! Thought they were regular grenades.
Alright, I did something to it.
Now things are getting crazy.
Avenging angel. If this little
I gotta run around a bit. Let my cloaking thing build up. Come on. Gotta be a perk that speeds that up too.
What the... Yes, there's a team perk that I can unlock that speeds it up by, 10%. But there's also specific ones. Melt a bomb. Looking for gene seeds or anything like that.
Fiery retribution.
Alright, you just went, right?
Yeah. I did my weak ass ghost thing.
Alright, now this one might seem like low-hanging fruit, but there's a reason for it. And I could have... What do I now? Armor boost.
And so that's the tastiest fruit there is.
Tastiest fruit. Oh, what was that? There we go. Armory data.
Weapon schematics liberated.
Alright, we got that.
Nice. I wonder if we've been missing a whole bunch of those.
I think there's one per level.
Okay.
And there's a way to get 2, I read, but I forgot what the second way was. And only on certain operations. I'm gonna cite the Hunger Games specifically, but those like teen books. So like Maze Runner, what was that other one? One word.
Like teen dystopian.
Yeah, teen dystopian books. I mean dystopian, but I didn't want to do genres. So I'm targeting things like the Hunger Games. I know they're not aimed at me. They weren't aimed at me when they released. And it doesn't get better as they get older. Again, they're for a different market, but at the same time, I just think they're... Let's be honest, there's no reason, if you're of that age range, you can't pick up something like Don Quixote, or classic books, or something a bit more with depth and complexity. I just don't find them engaging. They're very... I don't know, they feel bland. Maybe they're filling, but they feel bland to me. But then again, the Hunger Games is literally teen dystopian books wrapping up around a package of a romance, because it's literally a romance story about one girl who can't decide which of the 2 boys she likes. Okay,
That is fair. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at something.
Oh, Divergent. That was the other teen dystopian book I was thinking of. Can't get into them. And I kind of wonder if there are any people who read those books as a kid who went back to read them and are like, yeah, I can't believe I like these. But the next couple ones are really going to piss people off. If the Hunger Games one didn't.
We grant the traitors a just reward. Death.
God darn it! I always pop my thing at the wrong time.
Commencing reload.
No, Bulwark. Arrgh, you butthead.
Frag
I'm
grenades.
just kidding. You do a good job, Bulwark.
Given form.
Okay, you got one of those, so I don't need to worry.
Armor boosts.
I'm gonna save one.
The Emperor sees gifts from the forge. War gear requisition.
But yeah, the teen dystopian novels, they're flavorless because it's like they have an idea of what they're going for, but like they wrap it up in this like cheap sci-fi kind of feel to it, but they don't really go in depth with world building. So I think that's where a lot of it gets,
Superficial, right?
yeah, very, very superficial when it comes to the actual setting. Because again, they're mostly made to try and appeal to, like, from what I've noticed, younger women to try and hit that relationship kind of angle.
The seeds of heresy bear fruit.
This fell altar is ready to topple.
You got it.
Got it.
We own
Yeah.
excise corruption. The tyranids will
All right.
Now we infiltrate the cathedral.
Move to the cathedral.
We're going to the chapel. And we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love.
Going to the chapel of love. Oh, let me go grab that armor boost if it's still there.
It's not.
It's not? Okay.
I picked it up. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
No, I have two, and you have none.
I have
feel-
none.
Uh,
Some over here. There is nothing over here.
Brothers, together we go.
Alright, that was my number 6, so... Yeah, the teen books. I could have tossed any course, like Twilight, but I've never read a Twilight. I've never even seen Twilight.
I have read a Twilight. I don't know if you
Oh,
remember
that's
this.
right, you have read a Twilight. You had to read it because it was, what, like a bet? Or, lost a
Yeah,
bet?
I agreed. No, I agreed to read
Oh, okay.
that. And one of my coworkers agreed to read The Watchmen. And to her credit, I didn't make this a stipulation, but to her credit, she read all that in between stuff too. You know, all the
Oh, yeah.
stuff between the issues. She read all that. And I mean, it was so long ago, I honestly don't want to pass any judgment on it. I mean, if that's what you're into, hey,
Oh, yeah, I mean... We'll say just for the sake of it, but no shade to anyone that does like. I'm taking that armor boost. I'm not getting that armor boost.
I was gonna let you have it. Yeah, I think we're both tracking
It's-
that. You know, whatever you're into. go.
With any of our lists, I'm hoping
Yeah.
most people know we're not saying you're not allowed to like something or we're criticizing you directly. It's nothing personal.
Absolutely.
It's just meant for the unless you take it personally. You know what? It is personal. Or if you're Ryan Reynolds, because you still owe me $15 when we went to White Castle that one time when we were drunk.
What am I on 6 or 7? I can't remember.
I'm on 6.
So I'm on
remember.
6.
Oh, they're fighting each
Okay.
other.
Autobiographies. Not a huge fan of autobiographies. I've read some I've enjoyed, but for the most part, what am I doing? Here I go again, picking Like,
during the most like intense.
hey, let's talk now while, you know, everyone's fighting everybody. Yeah, for the most part, I don't want to read about, you know,
The life of somebody. You don't care about their
what
life.
I care about specific moments of their lives, you know, like if they're, just for example, an athlete of a team I like. Okay, I want to read about what they did when they were on the team, not what happened when they were 10, you know.
Let's go over there. I want to go up here though. Yeah, I'm not big on autobiographies either, really. It's not on my list, but there's an armor boost. I already got one. I got one first. I'm learning.
Like, I almost want to write my autobiography, and it would just be like one sentence: "You really don't care," or "There's nothing in this book that will interest you." That would be my autobiography.
Ow. Alright, that bulwark ability is really useful. If you fight while you're on it.
Oh, I got a little achievement: 250 headshots as a sniper. I'd like to thank my teammates for this achievement. And my sniper rifle.
Oh, but when you got me that Clint Eastwood one, I was kind of surprised.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I completely do not remember doing that. But
Yeah, you bought me like an autobiography of Clint Eastwood. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I read it, but I was like, huh.
Was that during my drunken phase, maybe?
Probably.
It was a pretty long phase.
Alright, is there anything over there?
That's also when I made every single bad transaction in my fantasy football league. It was during my alcoholic phase.
What are these? Crack grenades. I'll take one. I need grenades. Oh, Guardian Relic, if you need one. No, you got one.
No, I got one.
Bulwark, pick up a Guardian Relic.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
I don't think you will, though. I don't even know how you make them pick up stuff. Oh, okay, let's see. Your camo cloak, he has chapter banner, and I have jump pack. Okay. What's this? Nothing. I'm just looking around now, because I don't know if there's a gene seed around. If there is, I mean, I'll pick it up. But I'm not seeing any. So if you see any, call it out.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, is my turn? Number 7?
Think so.
Or yeah, you did autobiographies, okay.
Yeah.
My number 7, least favorite books, genres, but books also. Harry Potter. I tried to give it a read. You know, because everyone I knew was raving about it. even though we were well past the age where it would be marketed to us. But I just couldn't get into it. Part of it's the atmosphere of the school, and I do love fantasy. It's a genre that I enjoy. Kind of like science fiction, even like generally bad science fiction books I can dig. Fantasy's the same way, but I just couldn't get into it because it and the thing is, I can't criticize it for a lot of things, like it had a lack of world building, or it anything of that nature, because there's a lot of world building, there's a lot of stuff in it, and I can completely understand why people enjoy it. But I think it was a mixture of the school atmosphere, because by that point I had very much aged out, and just seeing components of other fantasy elements I've witnessed in other books or in mythology being kind of like dumbed down.
Yeah.
So it's a book I didn't like. I only read the first one. Was it The Philosopher's Stone, I think, is the first book?
Yeah. I never had read any of them. I think the first movie is the only one I've seen all the way through.
Though in its defense, again, I can be a bit of a snob when it comes to books.
And movies.
And definitely movies. Well,
And TV shows.
I don't
and
know.
comics.
Less
And
games.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But definitely movies and, well, I don't know. Again, because I like B movies and bad movies a lot of times too. But like Ice Pirates, I think is great. A lot of those bad, like, we're gonna cash in on Star Wars sci-fi stuff. I like Battle Beyond the Stars. But
I'm just playing with you, man.
no, I'm taking personally. This is it. This is the moment that T-Dog was telling us we need to argue and get angry at each other because it'll get views. Your mom is stupid. Yeah, you like that insult. And then you say your mom is, or my mom is your mom too. And I said no. I don't know. All right, we tried.
Okay. Hopefully, all right. When this wave dies down, I got to do something because it's pissing me off.
But yeah, Harry Potter. I know it's a very successful book series, but the next one's gonna might also ruffle feathers. But I am more appreciative for what Harry Potter did than this next one. When we get to it.
All right, cover me real fast. Be right back.
All right, I'll cover you somehow. Oh God, they're all over. There's like 8 billion of them. Ah. Yeah, I ain't covered them. He took my armor boost.
I should wait
Okay, that was it. That's all I had
Alright,
to
there's like 9 hive tyrants. It's okay. I soloed all of them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I took a break right then. I figured. And then now all the
ammo
armor is
the armory.
good because I'm also out of ammo.
Shot grenades. Stems if you need it.
Probably. Oh, actually, I have grenades. And I have stems, too. Look at that.
Frag grenades. Poopy.
So your that Harry Potter thing, that would extend to like, God, I'm trying to think of others. Isn't like Percy Jackson one of those types?
Yep.
Something?
Yep. Percy Jackson would be one I never tried reading, but I probably wouldn't enjoy it. Just because I am a huge fan of mythology, and I would be extremely critical of it.
Yeah.
Oh, dedicated elevator section.
I'm about to say, is this an elevator section?
We're Streets of Rage in it, folks. Oh, they can knock you out of that.
These chaos guys are colorful when they die.
Yeah, Zinch is all about the colors and being prismatic. That's like one of the words to describe him. He's all about magic and scheming. But armor boost over here. You need it. One armor boost over here.
You can have one armor boost. You have one armor boost now.
one other armor boost never, because it's mine. Ugh. All right.
The other one after you eat your gruel. Your Space Marine gruel.
I don't know if Space Marines eat it, but I know that a lot of the they eat corpse starch.
My war gear is satisfied.
Data slate. I don't know if you got it.
I did not. Where you at? There you are. I see it. Okay.
You sent me one of those things that talked about like
What they eat.
Yeah, it was like some nutrient gruel or something. I think, I don't know.
Apprenticing in the ways of our reliquary, he brimmed with potential. His mind a flowing repository of all the knowledge he'd ever glimpsed. He howled in agony
Wait, what the hell?
as the sorcerer
Hmm?
carved profane designs.
Some guy up there shooting down at us. I just sniped him.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like,
Some lone guy up there was just shooting. It was like stragglers. Come on, Bulwark. Assemble. Don't make me say it.
Space Marines, assemble!
Right? I was going to do an Avengers Assemble thing. Oh, what's he doing?
Eesh. Rockets. Of course, rockets.
That is really cool. What is that? What is that someone? That's someone.
That's the Lord of Change. So we're seeing him before we fight him in the last boss.
Oh, okay.
He is trying to have an anchor into this world with the with that corpse guy, or not corpse guy, that guy. He's like being possessed by him. That's what I'm trying to say. I am flubbing it up.
Bulwark should plant his flag here in the capture zone.
Yeah, right. Ow.
Oh, he did. He did. He listened to me. Look
Crap,
at
he
that.
listened.
Has he been listening the whole time?
All time.
All right, I got this one. I'm going to the next one.
Alright. I'll meet you there.
I will hold this one.
Oh, you're there before me. Invisible! Haha! Got it. That worked out. I can just sit there invisible, not get bothered, and
No.
do the
No purple thing.
Okay, I'm going to the other one now. Oh, you are too. Well, there's also stem packs and grenades and stuff around, so that's nice. Leave my buddy alone.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Bulwark, I need your shield banner, Tim.
Quit messing around, boy.
Thank you.
Oh, did he plant it?
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so one crack grenade takes out 1,000 suns.
Okay, where's this last one? Or I don't know, is it last? Yeah, it is the last one.
Is there a last one? Yeah, up here. Keep going up. Up, up, up. Didn't find a gene. I don't know if there's a gene seed in every level. I kind of want to look it up, but kind of don't.
That's the only one we found, right?
Yeah.
Or is that one?
Seek cover out in the open.
The demon host unleashes its power. What's the demon sorcery?
Got it.
Last seal falls, brothers. Spit upon that demon.
Nice.
All right.
Alright, is it my turn?
I did Harry Potter. Yeah. Yep.
Comedies. Comedies. Which is also extends outside of books, but very rarely have I read comedy books that I've enjoyed. The one major exception, and I wouldn't even, God, it certainly is comedic, but the way it's written, it's deeper than just, haha laughing type, stuff. Was Lamb by Christopher Moore, which might have even been in my top 10.
What
It
about
was the Gospel according to Biff, Christ's childhood friend.
what about
was that-
what's his name? Whatever dies tomorrow, or
Oh, John dies at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. I kind of... And I did enjoy it, but I think as that series went on, I kind of just grew tired of it, to be honest. But comedy as a genre in general is one that I'm very, very hit or miss on. It definitely works for me more so as a visual thing than as something I read, I guess is a better way of saying it. I'm going to upgrade what I can, and then I'm going to use the restroom.
Okay, team perk. Here we go. All squad abilities recharge 10% faster.
Nice.
So I'll buy that because why not? Oh, that takes that stuff. Okay.
Can I upgrade
Yeah, sure.
this?
Fine. Let's do that.
Oh, wait, you can upgrade the knife, too. You do the bolt pistol first. have enough. Alright, let's see what new perks I have here. Team perk. Headshot damage increases 10%. Or max ammo. I'm going to do max ammo for me before I do the team perk. Because I want that. Next will be my team perk, which is headshot damage 10%. All squad. Okay, level 5 sniper. Yeah, I am loving this, man. This is...
Regretfully, there's only like 9 of these, but then again, it does take a while. It's taking a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, it is.
We're at 2 hours, man.
I'm going to go ahead and use the... I'm done upgrading, so I'm going to use the restroom.
Alright.
I'll be up, I'm going to wait by the Thunderhawk. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Look at me knowing things. Alright, be right back.
Yep. I guess sell these. I don't know. I want to keep holding on to these. I'll keep rolling like this. See how it works. That'll utilize the battle word in my fast travel. Okay, message of the day. Space Marine Season Pass. Okay. No team perk? I don't even know what the team perk would be for a... Let's check out what the team perks are for the others. Sniper. What is his team perk? His team perk, it looks like something headshot, right? Headshot damage by 10%. Okay. That one would be good. Headshot covers ability charge protects the current squad. That one might be pretty good if we ever get to it. I don't know. We'll see. What? No, I don't want to be a sniper. I want to go back to assault. Let's check this out real quick. Let's check out the chainsword real quick. What's the chainsword's perk tree look like? 10% if you have armor, 5%. I don't even know what an aftershock is. Is that my dive? Alright, I'm going that for the elite damage. Alright, yeah, I'll keep rolling with this. Hope y'all are having a good day. Let me know in the comments. Or let us know if you're having a good day. If you're not, also let us know, because you never know. It might help to just vent to some strangers you know you'll never meet. Level 3, now level 4. Reliquary. Reliquary? Aurora is under attack. Traitors' forces have landed on Demirium en masse, and the Thousand Suns have established a warp beacon to call for reinforcements. Infiltrate the captured Ecclesiarchy compound and destroy the beacon. Navigate the catacombs and destroy the warp beacon. Okay. Look at us making progress. Yeah, these operations are really neat. I just wish there were more of them. Honestly, I feel like if this was the main game, this would have worked well. I like upgrading, I like trees, I like progression systems. And that's probably the biggest complaint I would have liked to have seen in the main campaign, was some form of progression. Alright, I'll be right back, folks. I gotta check on the cat. Just make sure he's okay where he's at. You go. Oh, let me put my headphones on, see if he's back yet. You back? No. Alright. So, while we wait, yeah, it's fun. The assault's fun. It's pretty... I feel like that's also something you run into. The problem with these class system type of things is you kind of pigeonhole. I don't know a way around it. Well, I do know a way around it. You add more weapons and weapon variety. We do have a good bit of ranged weapons to pick from, even though most of them are pretty much similarly the same because they're all bolt guns and bolt rifles. The problem with the melee weapons I have is you have the chainsword, the power fist, the thunder hammer, and the power sword, and they all fill kind of certain roles, but outside of like the thunder hammer, they're not really too impressive. And so far, I don't think the others are much better than the thunder hammer. I could be wrong on that account, but the thunder hammer can hit a lot more of the little guys, and you kind of need that, especially with the lack of ammo that you get, because you are relegated to using a secondary pistol. You don't get a main gun.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to put some lotion on too.
He puts the lotion on its skin.
So I'm trying for those of you, I don't know, trying to armchair give advice to people, but I'm very OCD when it comes to things like cleaning and washing my hands, and it's really bad, to be honest. It gets to the point where I'm washing so often that it's roughing up my hands really bad, like to the point where they're bleeding sometimes, to be honest. So I'm trying to work on that. Trying to count when I wash my hands, like, and once I get to a certain number, That's it. If it ain't clean, screw it. So I've been trying to actively been working on that. Also, I changed my soap. I stopped using antibacterial soap. Trying some milder stuff on my hands. So.
Yeah, because that stuff can
Yeah.
mess with the skin a bit. And I know you're like, why are they talking about soap and lotion? And because when you get older, you run into this problem.
And hey, maybe I'm thinking maybe someone listening has
help.
the same issue and they might try it too. So.
It's like the dandruff situation. For years, I apparently had dandruff issues, and I kept using like Head and Shoulders. I'd use Selsun Blue, but I found a certain type of shampoo that works because I didn't know there's different types of dandruff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this new stuff I've been using for a bit now cleared it right up.
Oh, interesting.
I forgot what it was called though. Nazarel or something like that.
Huh. That is interesting. Oh, is this the graveyard planet?
This is the graveyard planet.
Yeah. Hence all the graves.
The Tomb World.
Dumbass sniper.
Well, at least you're not Australian. Team Fortress 2.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
Australian.
For a sniper, you're not very observant.
Alright. Am I up or are you? I did Harry Potter, you did,
The autobiographies I did, so I think it might be you.
Oh, you did. Was that? Okay, yeah. The next one. Fantasy is a favorite genre of mine. I love fantasy. Like the myth, even comedy, fantasy, like myth. I found Gene Seed.
Oh, nice. We have a heavy with us now, too.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I might need to take care of the cat.
Where are you at? I'll cover you.
I'm gonna hide out right here.
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, I'll be right back, folks. What do you want? More food? I fed you like a whole thing. Oh, don't yell at me. If I die, it's your fault. You know that, right? In real life, if I die, it's your fault.
Your target acquisition to hit ratio is surprisingly high, Straven, considering it looks like you filed wantonly into a horde.
My focus on efficiency and ammunition conservation. That is all.
I see. No response to my subtle jest.
No.
Okay, sorry. Let me get my headphones on. I'll be good to go. Thing about the cat is, no matter how much food he's got in there, if it's something he previously ate, he does not want to eat it.
No leftovers. Huh?
No leftovers. Okay, where was I? So even if it's like a comedy fantasy, like the Myth series, I think it was called, right?
Yeah.
Like
Another
Mything.
fine myth. Yeah, Mything Link, another fine myth. Robert Aspirin, I think, was the guy who wrote those, if I remember correctly. They weren't bad. I used to read them.
Of course, Lord of the Rings is great. I love Warhammer stuff. Conan the Barbarian, Cole the Conqueror, all the Robert Howard stuff. But let me get to the meat and potatoes of it. There is Game of Thrones, or A Song of Fire and Ice. Overrated. It's overrated. That's just the fact of the matter. Now, coincidentally, there's also a lot of sex in it. But what the heck does he have? Creates a
Oh, yeah,
powerful
of course.
barrier, blocking all range damage. Okay.
Bubble guy.
There's way too much talking and politicking, and none of it is interesting. I dislike the writing style that he took with it. And again, the overemphasis on the sexual parts just kind of overblown, but South Park kind of nailed it with that because it's pretty true.
Floppy wiener.
Floppy wiener. I could forgive it if it was more interesting, but the interesting stuff is so few and far between that he never really hyper-focused on it. Didn't care for the writing style, didn't care for the world. It just felt like a worse version of other fantasy I've read over the years. But yeah, Song of Fire and Ice is my number 8.
Mind if I get this armor boost?
Go for it. I already got mine.
Alright.
I got mine.
That does remind me, though, you mentioned Conan. I have been meaning to get into some Conan. I've never read any. And I haven't read any of the George R.R. Martin stuff.
Yeah, I got all the Robert Howard stuff. So Cole the Conqueror, Solomon Kane, Conan the Barbarian, which all shares. They have a shared universe kind of thing. Different time periods, but. Yeah, I found the characters insufferable, whether they were written or acted. That's why I did not like Game of Thrones when we watched that. Did not improve the books. They were boring and long-winded.
Extermination has come for this mutant.
But then again, fantasy is one of the genres I'm more invested in over a lot of others, so.
Sometimes you're always more critical with the ones you love, right?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Is this the glory Magnus promised you?
Stomping just to take a break from the list for 1 second. Stomping on all these graves reminds me of a story
Uh-oh.
that I'm pretty sure I told you at one point, but I'll tell you it again because you might have forgotten. So I was in the army. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you listening, and we were tasked at one point at the last phase or the end phase of Special Forces training is called Robin Sage. All of this might have changed since I was in, and basically it's like a couple weeks, 3 weeks, I want to say, where you kind of play out being like a third world country army, and they have to train you if you're tracking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so units where I was at on Bragg, units would get tasked to show up, and you wear these black VDUs, and you kind of get to act like you're a third world country army, right? And then they got to train you.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun, especially considering the units I were in at the time were in the Spec Ops community, once felt Signal and PsyOps. So you get to hang out and do a lot of cool stuff. I got to learn how to gut a pig and cook it in an underground pit. They show you how to do that, and it's not just like military stuff. It's like how to do survival stuff too. So anyway, I could spend a lot of time talking about how much fun it was, but it was. Anyway, the story I'm getting to at the graveyards is I was the one that went out to do, like, early on in the training, the initial meetup with the guys, right? And all of this is done outside of Bragg and like the local community, and the people in the community, they're in on it. They know what's going on, and sometimes they help out with things like bringing you food. And like one guy, the pig that we wind up killing and eating is from a local farm, for example. The guy donates it, stuff like that. So we're out in this local community, and we're supposed to hook up with the incoming Green Berets so they can start this whole training thing with us.
Mm-hmm.
And the signal for them to know we're the ones there to meet, one of the cadre guys is like, we're meeting up in a cemetery. And he's like, okay, I need you to
Armor boost.
So he knows we're the ones that we're going to meet up with. We need to have some flowers. So I want you to take some flowers off of that grave over there. And I was like, we would just say what? I mean, it was like, you want me to take flowers that someone put on someone else's grave and use it as like a prop to let the people know that we're the ones they're supposed to meet up with? I don't know, it was a really awkward, funny but awkward situation where I felt completely horrible doing this because he told me to take these flowers off someone's grave that someone put, right, for their loved one that died, and like, go take those flowers off that grave so they know we're the ones we're supposed to meet up with. But
Yeah, this is pre-grave dancers, which we didn't know. If you do stuff like that, you get chased down by angry ghosts.
yeah, it was a funny but awkward and horrible situation that I found myself in. I mean, I did it, but I felt, oh God, I felt so horrible. Anyway, I'm sure the situation is a lot worse than how I'm describing it, but anyway, that just reminded me of trampling on all the graves.
Space Marine 2 reminded you of that. Yeah. See what the game delivers, not just in gameplay, but brings back memories that you cherish and hold on to.
Yeah, the pig thing was pretty neat though. It's like what they actually show you, because it's meant to be like, you know, they're training you up on how to like do military stuff, but also, you know, survive and everything, right?
Yeah.
They actually showed us how to gut it. Like we strung it up and we sliced it open from belly down to the lower area. Took out all the organs, you know, cleaned it. It was a huge pig too. I took that armor boost, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm used to it at this point. It's expected.
I mean, it was a huge pig, man. It was and then we dug a pit in the ground and we cooked it up, and it was some of the nicest, most well-cooked pork I had ever had in my life. If you ever had like pig that's like barbecue cooked in the ground in like a ground pit, it was so good. Okay. And and also the pig was alive when we got it.
So you had
also part of the training is they literally, we had to kill it, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, this is how you do it. They're explaining to us how you do it. You have to slit its throat and bleed it out, right?
Yep.
I have to protect you for some reason. I'm just now seeing that. Hold on. Are you carrying something?
I think so.
I have to protect you. But you can't just walk up to this huge, massive pig and cut its throat. It's not going to like that. So you have to stun it first. And they had this sledgehammer. and they explain to you, so you have to hit it between the eyes with the sledgehammer to stun it, because you want to as humanely as possible kill it, right? So when it's stunned, then you slit its throat. And I remember there was one guy, he was talking smack, right? He's like, I'll nail that pig, man. I'll nail it right between the eyes, right?
Yep.
And so they're like, okay, well, go for it. He takes the sledgehammer, winds up, takes aim in between the eyes, brings the sledgehammer down, and glances off the side of the head. And this poor pig just goes wild. He's like, it was, oh my God. And so it got so bad that one of the SF guys had to grab the sledgehammer and like just nail it, just to settle it down and
keep it from
done it. Man, it was. I felt so bad for the pig, man, because I mean, at this point, the pig's like, "Oh, I know what you're doing now."
Yeah.
I am not okay with this. It was pretty wild.
The system thrums with life.
Anyway, enough of my old war training stories. Let me see. What do I got? What? I should be next, right?
Armor boost over here.
Do you mind?
Go for it.
Well, I guess ask now. Frag grenades. So I need no. My next is 1, 2, 3, 4. My 8th one, I think, should be my last subgenre of horror. Splatter novels. I'm not
a gore hound, huh?
I'm not really, for being such a huge horror fan, I'm not really a big gore person. And I'm not squeamish. Like there isn't anything I can think of that I would see on the screen where I'd be like, I can't watch that, right?
Yeah.
We have to escort this guy now? Oh, we're escorting this guy.
Okay, I'll be down there in a second. Got caught.
Sorry, you need help?
No.
I think he's not moving until we go up to him, so.
Okay.
But yeah, the excessively gory stuff is what I'm talking about. Like I read one splatter novel and then I was like, it was just too excessive. Excessive for the sake of being excessive is a good way of putting it, I think. Like if you're just doing gore just to do gore, I'm not really interested in it. I guess a visual way of explaining it is, and I know we've talked about this, the Terrifier movies.
Yeah.
Didn't really do anything for me, because I mean, all the clown did was he spends like 15 minutes like just going to town on people, which, okay, I mean, after a point, it's like, enough. The person's dead, I mean, I don't know. It just gets to be too much. That's partly why two of my favorite horror movies, Halloween and Jaws, not that much gore.
Yeah, no, it's more about the suspense and the atmosphere.
The atmosphere and the vibe, yeah, very much so.
Armor boost.
I do enjoy me some, blood and violence and gore at times, but just when it's too excessive, I guess.
I'm a gore hound, so bring it on. Though I didn't care for the Terrifier movie, just more for the story was a weak point of it. But I get where you're coming from with it.
I think like There isn't much in Halloween, like I said. Of course, with the later ones, there are, and it's fine. Like Halloween 2 level
Yeah.
is about what I'm cool with. Friday the 13th, I've never felt any of those were too excessive.
You can thank the MPAA or whatever it was for that. Because some of them were pretty brutal. It was just they got censored so hard.
Even something like, and I hate that I keep bringing this back to movies, but it's just easier to visualize, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember Bone Tomahawk?
Yes.
You remember that scene at the end?
Mhm.
I'm even fine with that because that was like a one-time, like,
It wasn't the whole movie.
yeah, it wasn't the whole movie. Yeah, it was like, oh crap, look what they're doing, man. But when it becomes the whole movie or the whole book or the whole whatever, it's like it almost loses its effect, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Desensitization.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
There you go again. Phrasing it in better ways than I could.
Alright, back up.
Unseal the tomb. If only we had some kind of raider for that.
Ba-bum. Psh. Pushing the button. Grabbing some ammo. Okay.
Oh, thank God I didn't open that yet. Just knocked over my can. I thought I'd opened it.
Have your drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cotton candy bang. I drink way too many energy drinks.
Well, I'm one to talk. Yeah, I do too. But we're at that age where, you know, take whatever little bits you can.
Better than the alcohol, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think. I hope.
Yeah, that was a good.
Oh, we just gotta go on.
Oh. Later, losers. Aha.
Weapons ready.
Indeed. Oh, maybe we're gonna fight one of those now. Helldrake.
Oh, the dragon thing?
Yeah.
Almost makes me want to get a tattoo.
Alright, my number 9 is going to be a very specific book. We've talked about them already because it was part of a genre that I did not care for, but this one's worth mentioning. It's It. My god, that just eradicated all my armor. I didn't like the pacing. I've never liked Stephen King's writing style. Armor boost. I thought the ending was dumb. I think he's an overrated writer. Running Man was the best thing he ever did.
Do you ever read Cycle of the Werewolf?
Is that the one based on Silver Bullet?
Yeah.
Or Silver Bullet's based on it?
Yeah.
I have not read that one. I've only read 2 or 3 of them, and you know, one of them was It, and that was more than enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm not interested.
It
The
helps.
Stand is the other one.
it helps. It's got Bernie Wrightson, I think, art.
Oh,
The
down
classic horror artist. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of King either. I've actually read stuff by his son,
yeah,
Joe Hill. That
you talked about. Yeah, brought him
at
up
the
a couple
con.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I've read The Stand. It's again, it's not like I didn't give the guy a fair shake. It's just he doesn't write in a way I find interesting or with a lot of talent. I know that sounds harsh, but I feel Dean Koontz does the same type of writing, except it's a bit more honest with what he writes in regards to the quality of it. But I think he had the same idea as me with the grenades. Yeah, that was my number 9.
I'm full on stems if you need that one.
No, I'm good. I'm full and I'm tippy-top health. Might change when we go up here, but...
Out of slate.
Oh. I'm a-coming. Alright, got it. Thanks.
Whoa, 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 where'd you come from? I say, they've been teleporting
The whole time, yeah, alright.
You need grenades or shot grenades over here?
Oh, shot grenade. I'd rather take shot grenades.
Yeah.
I mean, frag grenades are okay, I guess, if you don't have any grenades, but yeah, I'd rather take shot grenades. I'm gonna top off and then up top we go.
Yeah.
I've been carrying this gene seed with me the entire time. Oh, I just ran into him and killed him. I guess that's accurate.
Yeah. We're supposed to just keep going up?
Yeah.
Oh, we
It's like-
can't. Oh, down here.
Down here.
Use the terrain for protection.
Alright, I see what it wants.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, no. I was on the wrong side of it apparently. I don't see what it wants us to do then.
I am the righteous sword.
Shit. Man. That's brutal.
Yeah, this is on the lowest.
Armor boost. I'll let you have one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, how gracious. Oh, they want the armor boost. 2 hits, that's all it took.
Alright, let's hurry up and get in this building.
Oh, I think he's gonna breathe fire, so I'm gonna hide back in here real quick.
That was but a taste of what is to come.
Alright, I'm moving up.
Alright.
Probably didn't need to shoot him with my bolt pistol, but I need
No,
to.
they needed to learn.
What's up here? I feel like there'd be something up here.
Put anything between yourselves and the Helldrake's attack.
Oh wait, we go this way. So what's down there by you?
That's an alternate way? I don't know. This guy. Ammo box.
Oh.
Some of your foray for only so long.
Kind of makes you miss the bulwark with that armor.
The scarab at
Right.
the door, but still some pussy. Unleashing firepower. The armory provides.
Alright. I think now we're back on track.
Okay.
I want to wait because I think he's going to do a fire pass, yeah, and then drop down and go.
Oh, and just sprint to the building to the right.
Yeah.
Avoid its
Stock up.
Hostile flavor assault underway.
Wait for one more pass.
Probably smart.
And I got my number 10 to do, and then I should be all done.
I have two more. These.
Two more.
I gotta think about these.
Alright, I'll wait a little bit, then I'll jump into my number 10.
If you guys want to fight, follow us. To the non-fire part.
That's a good point. I should probably get moving.
And armor boost. An armor boost.
If there's a spare one.
Yep. Come on.
Thank you.
Sorry. For the fire. Okay.
We have reached the location of their foul beacon. This sector is profaned by dark energies. Please perform cleansing rites.
Nice. Oh, are you need help?
Nah. I was just exploring real quick. Oh, I mean, that was a bit more interaction than the last one that got hit by a rock and died.
Praise be to the Omnissiah.
Praise be to the Messiah.
Sigil to perform
Heretic! Traitors. Perform the purification rites. Isn't that like a Naruto thing? Believe it. Science!
cleansing rites successful. Your deeds will be immortalized in the archives.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to primary.
There's a stim here. If you want to use it. One and then pop it.
Yeah. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, dude. The glowy thing.
Oh, okay. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, these are a lot longer than I thought they'd be.
Yeah. Good value though, right? It's like a
Very
whole
good.
other. It's like having 2 games.
Armor boost. It is.
Oh, well.
It really is.
Can you fit that? Because I'm full.
Oh, I'm full too. And it looks like we're fighting a Helldrake.
Nice.
There it is, just sitting up there.
Let's do it! Ah! Here I go! Ah! Yeah, boy! Expose yourself, Heldrake, and you snipe that butt. I don't know why I
Invoke the
popped
correct
that.
seal on the altars. Because you're thinking of Bulletstorm.
Yeah.
But right, is this the correct seal? Oh,
Okay.
okay. So that center one's the first one.
Observe St. Lankai's orders and execute.
We have to do it.
Oh, we have to just do these. Okay.
Oh no,
we
they
don't-
mix them up. Oh, okay. What's the? Oh, okay, we gotta look at that up there. But in what order is the correct order?
Okay, I see.
We need an eye one and then an hourglass one. And then it lights up and then a shield. Eye, hourglass, shield.
I is over here,
All
so
right, do the
I.
eye. Yeah, I got the other
Up
two.
the eye.
In accordance with the glowing sigils.
Did you do the eye?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's got like a light going around it now.
Alright. And the shield. Okay. And then shoot it. Okay, I see. We do that to bust the shield, and then... Yeah, it's going to be more y'all, because... I'm going to have to call this out. Skull, lamp, and something else.
Keys.
Keys.
There's like 2 keys.
I got the
See if it's
skull.
open. Do they have to be in order? Or just...
No, they don't. They just have to be those.
Okay. I got the keys.
The boss fights like this are not geared for someone playing as an assault. Alright, we should be ready. Because we only get the pistol.
The relics of St. Lankai have rendered the Helldrake vulnerable.
Helldrake makes war against us. I am chagrined by this impervious.
I am chagrined.
Alright, I got the eye. It's up here.
Cup and sun.
Now we must survive until the relics activate.
The saint symbols harmonize.
I got the sun and the cup. Alright, get ready to shoot him.
The saint symbols harmonize. Evade its desperate power. The Helldrake's resistance.
There we go. Alright. Wasn't too bad.
Huh.
Again, though, it's kind of like bosses like that. As the assault, your whole thing is melee and jumping on enemies. Can't really do that with him.
Excellent work, squad.
That would have been cool if you could.
Yeah, right. Should be able to do what? One more?
Yeah, we can fit one more.
Alright. While we're doing that, my number 10 is going to be another one, because you brought up the name of the author, and I always cite it as one of the reasons of the horror books I dislike. This one's that specific Bentley Little book that I read. It had like dust Muppets and a guy and something to do with like a 10-year-old girl or something. It was really bad and out there and not weird in a good way, just weird in a bad way. Maybe something called like The House or something like I don't know. It had like kind of
I think that was it, the house. actually. Yeah, I went through a whole Bentley Little phase. I don't know.
But yeah, it just the writing style wasn't there, and it tried to go for shock value, and I'm okay with shock value, kind of like you were saying about gore.
Yeah.
But you have to pace it. And I've honestly never been a fan of gore for gore's sake or shock for shock's sake, right? And that book just kind of went with, again, shock for shock value.
Alright, while we're upgrading,
And that's my top 10 genres and books that are my least liked. Real quick, I'll go over them and then go over them again.
Yep.
But it's
Yeah.
1 is romance, 2 is western, 3 is like law or lawyer books, 4 is horror, with some caveats, of course, even though it's also one of my favorite genres. It's kind of one of those weird dichotomies. 5 is alternate history. 6 was those teen books, teen dystopian things like The Hunger Games or the other 2 I listed. Number 7 was Harry Potter. 8 was Game of Thrones. 9 was It, and basically every Stephen King thing imaginable. And number 10 was that Bentley Little book, The House. I think it was what you said.
yeah. Oh, nice.
I'm not getting enough of those credits. I can't really upgrade anything.
I am activating Team Perk. Headshot damage increases by 10% for all squad members. And a gear perk, manually activating Camo Cloak, removes negative status effects and restores all contested health.
Oh. That'll
Very
be
nice.
helpful. Yeah, kind of like a little bit of a self-heal.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll get the next one set up and running. We are on number 5. Fall of Atreus. The Thousand Suns have deployed a silver tower that blocks all access to Aurora. No forces can get past it, and no weapons can bring it down. Sergeant Gadriel has proposed an unorthodox solution, ramming the tower with an ancient battle barge. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to go by number 9. War novels. I'm not a big war novel fan.
Okay, so like All Quiet on the Western Front kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, a classic stuff like, I'll read through, but, yeah. I mean, it's I have this weird thing where even though I was in the military and I enjoyed my time and happy with what I did, jumping out of airplanes was one of my favorite things I've ever done in my life. I don't, even though there are examples of things I've read and watched and played, war is not something I really take a lot in,
Trademarking it. War horror is called war. Trademarked. Trademarked here, now. That's how it works. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just not a genre I really get really big into.
I kind of get it, but I come from the perspective I lived it.
Right.
The 2 combat tours, so it's like that's why I don't play I never got into the Call of Duties and stuff because I lived it. Obviously I didn't live World War II, Germany, Nazi, so the historical aspect could still bring me into it, but when it comes to like the war stuff, it's like, unless it's someone that's been there, I get extremely overly critical. And because I lived it, it's like, all right, there's, I've been through it.
Very well, but you will need my
Yeah, it's just
It was
it's
just pale in comparison to what I've been through. So it's like
Assist the Adeptus
I kind of get where you're coming from with that, with the military aspect. You lived the military life, you did the military life, so it's like,
As you command, Lieutenant.
you know, okay, yeah, that's neat. And it might bring back some memories, but you're like, why? I'm not explaining.
There's
Now I'm
also-
not explaining things well, but it's just
there's also for me a sense of it's just not doesn't feel right. I guess doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. Inappropriate, maybe too strong a word. I guess just not something I want to indulge in. Basically.
it's just, it doesn't tickle your fancy kind of thing, Armor
Yeah.
boost. But it's like I was saying, that's why I don't Call of Duties or the Battlefields. I mean, Battlefield was a bit different, but that's because it was like big, massive multiplayer online game back in the day. I'm talking about the first couple Battlefields, not the ones that came later. But again, I lived it and I've done it, and most of these games just kind of pale in comparison to what the experiences are like. And I would love for there to be one that captures it, but for the most part, they just. It's like when you've had the real thing, you don't want substitutes.
Yeah.
Take flight and let terror fall. Victory goes to the righteous, not the proud.
Oh, we got a tactical with us now.
Oh, what does he do? Reveals enemies in selected area and makes them more vulnerable. Okay,
Changing magazine.
Okay.
so
Well,
that's
you
his team
should-
perk.
You should do that all the time, tactical. Just keep doing that.
Just-
It's your job.
Spam it. Spam it. Bonk.
The traitor tasted the Imperium's justice.
Active camouflage charge.
So we've had tactical, we've had bulwark, and we've had the the heavy. Thing. Makes me wonder if they'll pick ones that there's a ammo box there. That's not what I thought it was.
The change of the war been feeble.
I wonder if they'll ever double up. Maybe they only pick from the ones available.
Good point.
Looking for Gene Seed to help us gain levels. No Gene Seed. Or Guardian Relics. Or Heals. Yeah, this is, this works. This could have been a whole game itself, but with how many hours they're adding on to it. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll still have like 4 more after this.
And the customization too.
The armory provides.
Imagine a stim pack there, if you need one. I was thinking Strange Brigade, but with Warhammer 40k could work.
Hmm.
Ordnance is finished.
They're really spamming these flying guys here.
Yeah. Ain't gonna do them no good though.
Shot grenades if you want them.
I am the righteous sword. Melter bomb anointed.
coming back for him. I wanted to use that Melta. So you know what an RTS genre is, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have to explain that. Because I was
No.
playing it, Command & Conquer 3. And I came up with this brilliant idea, of course. Never thought up before. RTS, but G.I. Joe.
Armor boost.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing hallucinations. That's neat.
That is an RTS I would play.
Can I get hurt by the hallucinations? No. That is a neat, like, poisoning effect kind of thing. Or ailment, or whatever you want to call it. Status effect.
That's fun.
Have you been hit by that yet?
No.
Yeah, you start seeing enemies just popping up everywhere and shooting at you. Doesn't help when there's not other actual enemies attacking you, but, you know, it's kind of neat. I think it's supposed to disorient you. But yeah, I thought an RTS genre one would be brilliant. You could pick between playing Cobra or G.I. Joe, and
or you could have a third faction, the October Guard.
I don't remember them.
They
Were they
were
like
a
Russian?
Yeah, they were
Okay,
Russian.
yeah. Would you like to explain why they were Russian?
Oh.
Guardian Relic. Oh, I just meant like because at the time G.I. Joe with the Soviet Union, the Cold War.
Yeah.
Because
At
people
the
might
time,
not
yeah.
realize.
Yeah, there was a time.
But yeah, you could do that too. For sure, that'd be great.
Or you could even separately
It happens, man. I have to do like tongue loosening exercises before we start.
the Cobra La people.
Cobra La, yes. I was
Make
gonna
them
say
separate.
that same
from
thing.
Cobra itself.
Why they've never done that, I don't know.
Oh, and another faction
Like a
you could have. Whatever, I don't know the clan name, but whatever clan Storm Shadow was from.
Oh yeah, the ninjas. Yeah, I forgot what they were called.
The Hard Master, Soft Master, and all them.
We're giving you free ideas here, Hasbro. You just need to contact someone to get it done, and we would buy it. Or what would be even better is if you gifted us a copy, and we'd review it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There, you got stems, 2 stems, or 1? You got 2. You're good.
I got 2.
And I got 2. I'd rather hold on to the. Oh, you know, I'll take the crack grenades. Yeah. You'd also do like a Evil Genius style game where you run like a base. That'd be neat too. Follow the Dreadnought.
Go for it, big guy.
I get to take a nap. Looking for Gene Seed. There's got to be like 1 on every level, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Extermination has come for this mutant.
Armor boost in here.
Alright, I'm coming.
Commencing
No, you
Shot
don't.
grenade.
Shot grenades?
Yeah.
I hope that hit something. Ah, gotta check down there.
Oh.
Might be Gene Seed. Extra experience. I'm not seeing anything. Alright, that seems to be a waste. We haven't had any crashes. We haven't had any disconnects really I can think of, right?
No, no. It's,
No issues. So everything's been pretty stable.
yeah.
No game-breaking glitches or anything that blocked our progress because we, you know, ran into some type of glitch or something. Which I hate having to bring it up, but there's an armor boost up here.
This will sustain me in my darkest hour.
But with a lot of games, especially modern games too, not just modern, but also older games, kind of have to point that out.
Yeah, with the increased technology and increased performance, sometimes hand in hand, there's an increase in problems, right?
Yeah.
The more complicated things are, I guess.
Oh, he's holding the door. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
Our brethren barricaded this entrance to stall any attackers. Commune with the crane and engage it to remove the obstructions.
You commune with the crane.
That sounds kind of dirty. Community crane.
Commune with the crane. Yeah, I'll try to find some other like I said, RTS wise, I still think you should check out Red Alert 3, but I mean, I guess if we could figure out how to get co-op up and running maybe would also be interesting, because the game's based around co-op, which is kind of neat for the genre.
There's a Guardian Relic. I don't know if you want it.
I got one.
Yeah,
I only want Gene Seeds.
Yeah, I figured that also. Trying to find.
But I'm gonna have to try and figure out some more 40k stuff for us to do, because they do seem to be more popular than some of my other videos, which is for obvious reasons. But a lot of that stuff is really single player based. When it comes to 40k. Like I said, we have Deathwing, which I don't know if you own that. You might. I think we may have talked about playing that before in the past. Before we started doing recordings and stuff, but and it's basically a Left 4 Dead for 40k, kind of like Darktide, but much slower. Because you're in Terminator armor, and you're literally like a walking tank. Oh, you don't really feel like it with the way they shred you. Anything up there?
Nah, a couple ammo boxes.
Yeah. All about that Gene Seed. Alright, let me know when you want me to hit the button.
Go for it.
The developers who did this did a game called World War Z, which was okay. I played it on Game Pass, but I don't know if it'd be worth picking up to play. Kind of same feeling. Hordes of enemies, of course, because they're zombies, and you hold out. And
The crane requires you to perform rites of restoration. I shall simplify the rites, as there are no tech marines among you. Seek out the crane's
Okay.
twin generators and locate their consoles. Then, awaken them in the correct
I remember in that one though, you could do like build defenses at certain points.
The traitor tasted.
So I don't know if that's one we'll check out or not.
Second console. Where's the second console?
Oh,
I did the first one.
I don't know. What's it look like?
It was a blinking red thing. Like it was like this, but it was blinking red.
Okay. Did you go upstairs?
No.
Oh, I found it. It's up here.
Alright.
We do not have much time left. Look, the crane is operating for.
Yo, that was not a good idea on my part.
War gear requisition. Our path forward is clear.
You are nearing the vessel's site, Talassa. Ensure nothing further impedes your progress.
Alright, we can go. We can drop.
I'm gonna try and make it. Oh no, I'm spectating. Pick me up. Tactical.
Oh, shoot.
Pick me up,
Shit.
tactical. Tactical. Pick me up. I don't care if you go down. Thank you, tactical.
My gratitude is boundless.
Alright.
Sorry, I kind of got a little overzealous there.
That's why we have tactical. Ah, gene seed. Okay. Now I need all the stim packs we can find, because... data slate back here.
Alright, I'm coming. I think we can proceed. We don't have to hang out here. They'll keep coming down. Hold on. Oh, stim. There's a stim thing.
Alright. Got it, thanks. Yeah, we're good.
Shot grenades, another stim, and ammo.
Fresh supplies from.
Oh, you son of a... Still following us. Stop following us.
We have dispatched the mutants. My war gear is satisfied. Send Gilliman's.
Here, let me interact with this. Did you need that other stim?
No, you can get it. Yeah, I'm good now. I just figured since, I got the gene seed, I need to keep at least my health topped off, so I don't get a guardian relic. Ah, another guy summoning. Great.
Got him.
The Imperium looks not.
Shoot.
Wounds of the Imperium.
Alright, it's getting chaotic. Chaotic.
Commencing reload.
Alright. Are we done with the massive enemy waves?
Swapping magazine. These are the primitive stallings of the animals. Better left to them.
We will report it to the Ordo Xenos. Continue with the mission. There are more pressing heresies that need our attention.
Boom.
Remember the Inquisitor told the Inquisitors they knew the day they were born.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
The chains of the war is eased. Warhammer. And thousand suns taste the
Alright, that was hairy.
Yeah. Yeah, stim. There's a stim here if you need it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Might as well. Because you still have the Guardian Relic, right?
Yep. And I have one. I have two stims also.
Send Gilliman's regards to Craven Magnus.
I just shot his buddy right in front of him. He exploded in the pool of blood, and he was just sitting there. What the heck?
Okay, that reminds me of something I was going to mention. My Indiana Jones update. Still a fun game, and I'm trying to avoid sending you links to all the cool cutscenes because they really are really well made, and so in the spirit of the movie. It's really a fun game to play, and I do think you would enjoy it if it ever comes on sale or something. But there's a companion that runs around with you. It's an Italian lady. She's like a journalist looking for a sister, helping you out with things, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
Classic Indiana Jones, sidekick helping you, whatever. And last night, I got a pretty good gaming session last night. We were in the Nazi compound, right? And you're kind of stealthing your way around. You don't want to get caught, even though I found out that it's not that big a deal because, it's pretty easy to take care of them one-on-one and kind of goad them into, following you to where you can take them out. But so we're sneaking around, and it's got that typical AI companion thing. And I don't mean this as a knock on the game, essentially, because a lot of games do this. When you're like you're crouching and you're sneaking around, and your AI companion is just running around all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, but I guess because of the gameplay, the way it's designed, she won't trigger the enemies.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she'll constantly say things like
Armor.
give you cues like, look, I see a Nazi up ahead or something, NPC things like that, right? she'll be saying it like right when she's standing right in front of them, and they like it's so funny because they don't react to her. But she'll be like, "Look out! There's a Nazi up ahead," and she's like right next to him, and I'm like crouching behind under cover, and it's just kind of funny to see. I'm not really explaining it the way.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. It's always great, and that's the type of jank in video games I like. You know,
yeah.
There can be good jank and there's bad jank, and that's considered good jank in my book.
But it is a fun game so far. Really liking the villain. He's really someone I think I'm going to grow to not like very well, which is a sign of a good villain.
It's always a sign of a good villain. Or even, good characters. Right, Peggy Hill is one that always annoys me. Mostly her later incarnations, but in a good way. And she was always meant to be that. Well, not always, but eventually she was.
You know what's funny though is I agree with you, but also some of my favorite episodes of King of the Hill are the ones where she gets one up on people.
Yeah.
Like the car one, right? Because Hank didn't know, but she knew, right? She got the deal. Because she knew to negotiate with the guy.
Yeah.
Or the other one that comes to mind is the I can't remember the exact premise, but they were in a hotel. She rigged something up so that the safe in the hotel room. That's all I remember. But she had planned it, right?
Yes.
Am I remembering that correctly?
That was the
She had like planned it that way so they could do whatever they had to do. I can't really.
Yeah, that was the one where it was like her and a group of people were kind of swindled.
Scammed by.
By a guy who was like I think it was Jeff Goldblum was the guest voice for that episode.
Yeah, but she had done something, rigged something with the room in the safe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They did a fake casino, trying to win their money back, and the whole thing was you thought it was leading you to believe that it was the casino and they were going to get their money back, but he saw right through it, and it was actually the safe in the other. The safe had they had Boomhauer crack the safe. There was a hole in the wall in the room next door, and they pulled that safe in Jeff Goldblum's room and took the money or something like that. Yeah, I know that. I remember that episode. Again, we still need to do like a top 10 King of the Hill episodes. I really can't think of like a bad King of the Hill episode.
Sunny episodes too.
Oh, yep, always Sunny. I could think of quite a few bad ones there, but mostly the later seasons.
Yeah. No, King of the Hill is one of those grenades. I would like to start watching those again. I mean, I'm sure you've seen them more recently, but
armor boost back here.
All right.
Yeah,
I'd like to, maybe I ought to get those, because that would be something I could pop a few in whenever I want to watch them. I need to get back into Justified too. Next weekend probably.
Parasite.
I'd even binge.
I don't even know why I'm still exploring. Maybe for the armory data? I don't think we found the armory data for this level.
I don't think so.
Alright. I can't check because it's doing that data slate thing, so I can't press select.
Oh, you can skip it.
Yeah, but for the viewers.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
In case they want to hear it while I'm talking over it.
That's why you are in charge, because I would always forget that.
Alright. Yeah, didn't find that one green data thing. Did you ever do your number 10?
No.
Or did you do a number 9?
I thought I did. War. War was my number 9, I think.
The war, that's right. The war.
No.
Which war? The war.
Number 10.
The Great War. What was so great about it?
Yeah.
That said, you know what would get me more into war stuff in general would be more war. You know, there's very disturbing. I mean, I get it. War is horrifying in and of itself, but it is ripe for having its own horror genre stuff going on. Which there are some, but not as much as you think.
Yeah.
Armor boost.
And destroy it. I had thought you Astartes would possess the requisite appreciation of a vessel such as this, and its importance to the Imperium. If you wish to preserve that barge at the
Yep,
expense
ammo
of
cache, stims. Okay, we got a lot of stims, so I'll pop a stim just in case. Top off. This looks like it's going to be the big thing.
will comply.
Yeah.
But the Omnissiah's steely gaze will judge this sacrifice.
Oh, wait. Now let me... Okay.
Bye, big buddy.
You could fit in here.
Yeah.
Crouch.
Alright.
I am struggling to think of a 10th genre. Let's go with...
Oh, Mechanicus people. What are we doing here?
Alright, for my number 10, true crime novels.
Okay, like detective, true
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah, but like based off true stuff. Like, just not interested in it. If it's something fictional and like you said before with one of your other ones, if it's spiced up a bit, sure. But if it's like a true crime, this is how this went down, whatever, yeah, I'm not really interested in those kind of things. Sordid details of, you know,
Like,
something horrible.
like Ethan
Someone-
Hawke in that Sinister.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if something horrible, really horrible happened with someone, in real life, you know, I'd be less inclined to want to read about it, you know, as opposed to if it was something from fiction.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
again, it kind of goes along with what I said about the history. With
Yeah.
alternate history. Is slightly more interesting, I guess, in that regard, but... No, obviously I didn't include any philosophy stuff, because even the worst of philosophy I enjoy. Well, this is where we had to use the flamethrower.
oh,
Oh, we have to interact. I just was going in slaughtering things.
I know you're way over. I'm sitting back here with tactical. Let me go ahead and interact then. If you don't mind. Right here. Interacting. I hit a button.
Due to the volatile nature of the fusion battery, safety protocols prevent it from moving without an attendant. Lead it along the tracks to the junction station.
Oh, someone's...
I can't even get target on that guy.
I got him. Well, tactical and I both got him.
Okay, so this is like Team Fortress 2 again, where you have to guide the cart. Stay near the cart.
There are several consoles for managing the tracks.
Oh, jeez.
Puzzles.
The appropriate rights of
Puzzle's a puzzle. What a twist. Oh.
Assuming they possess the ability to extrapolate accordingly.
Surely the ultramarine screen that includes the reasoning.
Oh, wait, we have to do this more than once?
Considering this planet theirs, I have my
Is there a...
There's a console up here. I don't know what we gotta do.
There's another one. There's one on each side.
Okay.
We have to align it correctly, but figure out... Do we have to actually do a puzzle?
I think so.
It worked. It worked. It's realigned. Or at least that's what it says.
Is this the glory Magnus promised you?
I'm still up top. Where are you at?
I went down to take care of these Terminators, or these things. And I'm, I guess, delivering this?
I'm coming.
I grant you this trouble. I jump at refuse. All my arms cannot
We have to realign it again, it looks like.
You know who's really annoying? These little human snipers
Yes, they are.
are very annoying. Oh, I guess we just have to interact on each one once, maybe? I don't know.
I am airborne ready. Munitions here.
There's a med stim there if you need it.
Fresh supplies for our use.
Yeah, I'm good. I think we're doing this right.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Oh no.
Wait, do we have...
Yeah, we have to change both. I see what we gotta do. And then we have to do this. Cause that to rotate there, so then it moves here. So we have to line the tracks. Then we go over here. Wait, no. Why isn't it doing it? I did it right. Maybe that? Yep, that's what it is. You have to point the light in the direction you want it to go. So the light's the
okay.
front. So I had to re-rotate that track so that the light was facing this way. And I had to rotate this track so that was straight, so I'm going to have to... you stay near that. I'm going to realign the tracks once it gets there.
There's too much thinking
No,
for
you
this
gotta
space.
be by the carriage. It's like the Team Fortress 2 minigame. The
Oh, okay. You actually have to be by it. Got it. It feeds off my space marineness.
and interact. That should rotate it. Which way is it? I gotta rotate it what, 2 more times, I think. And I think that's gonna be home free then, because it's automatically going to.
Oh, other way.
Oh, we have to go the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's going that way now.
Oh, we have to get it on the track and then rotate it, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Where is that?
Alright. Okay, off it. Okay.
I'll turn
Just
it
gotta
right back
flip it.
around. Yeah.
Okay.
That. Okay, I'm thinking we Do we have to do it again? With the other side? Okay, I gotta go. Flip that track. Ah, who thought? Big brains, no.
Alright, we're good.
I guess I have to... No, there we go. Alright. Door's opening, I think. Yep.
The Omnissiah has blessed you with an abundance of power. Perhaps in the machine god's infinite wisdom, they permit the transgression you're about to commit. Do not speak beyond your ken, engine seer. It does not take a locust to see this act of desperation.
Someone must guard the servo carriage.
Oh, God. I didn't realize there were a bunch of these guys here.
Send Gilliman's regards to Crane.
A bunch of everything here.
One stays with the servo carriage.
Avenging angel at your disposal. Wrath shall reign.
Alright, where's the servo carriage?
Great and tasty Imperial.
We have to do the same one?
One stays with the servo carriage.
Yes, we know. The servo carriage. Let's clear everything out if we can first.
I'm airborne ready.
And then we'll see if it's the same one or... I mean, this is a lot more in-depth than I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
for these little operations. I thought they were just going to be like generic horde mode.
It looks like it's the same one.
Yes, okay, so we got to guide it again.
One stays with the servo.
But now we have to put it up in the center. Yeah, at least we cleared out the way of it. There is still a med kit here.
Let me grab it. Just to be safe. I need ammo too. Oh, I guess I could stay up there and guide it.
Alright, it is stopped. So it needs to be rotated, I think.
Alright,
Alright, that's good. Alright, it has to be rotated. Alright, that's good.
should be straight on, right?
Yep, just straight up.
Because I'm getting peppered. Get out of here. Alright.
this is kind of neat. They did add a good variety of like little missions and whatnot.
Yeah.
Charging sequence initialized. 0.01% and rising.
Active camouflage charge.
Delassen, we are almost there. What
Hold
is your
out.
status? Hold for our signal.
There goes Tactical just running off.
I like the cut of his jib.
Delassen, transmitting targeting signal now.
It is weak that we have it.
Your data is clouded.
I am basically out of ammo.
Proximity to target.
Unless there's something up here. Is there anything up here? Med kit and ammo. There we go.
Yeah, figures.
Reactor is primed for ignition.
About damn time.
Is ready. May this machine's service be forever remembered.
Sword of Atreus primed and locked in.
Lock target now.
Routing signal data through telemetry systems.
Launch the battle barge.
Signal interference. Calculating trajectories.
Get a sweet cutscene.
Impressive.
An instrument of the machine god's wrath. This would bring tears to my eyes if I still had them. The heavy sacrifice of such a sacred machine. Let us hope her martyrdom is worth it.
Come sail away. Come sail away with me. Alright. About time to call it.
Yep.
Alright.
Good timing.
So, the question then will be, will we finish this off next time? Or do we start the new game?
How many more do we have?
I think 4?
Hmm.
And we did 4 this time. So, if they're about the same amount of pacing, it'd be at least one more video.
Tell you what. You talk to the folks. I really gotta pee, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to be talking to you. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Level 8. What's this? Wings of Flame. Always works as a perfect dodge. Yeah, I don't care about perfect. Well, I don't know. More damage. I don't know what ground pound is. I have no idea what ground pound is. Alright, let's see this real quick, huh? Ryan's rating review system again. Yeah, so we'd have 4 more. Yeah, these last a lot longer than I expected, man. That's crazy. So I'll save the mini review for next time in case we do decide to go with it. I'll wait till he gets back at least, and then we'll see. Jump pack dash. Oh, we can buy a new weapon though, right? Or, yeah. 75. I can get one. So that or that. Oh man. Can I get something that increases damage without losing block? Yeah, I'd have to wait till Artificer. Because I don't want to lose block. Alright. Yeah, I just don't feel like spending money on that. Or whatever that currency up there is. I'd rather spend it on this. I mean, these are, I guess, passives, more or less, so. Yeah, I'm still rolling with the basic stuff. No reason to upgrade, at least at this difficulty. Maybe at a later difficulty, so. Yeah, quick Ryan's Rain review system. Game's awesome. It plays well, it looks great, it's fun. There's, we got about 4 videos out of the campaign, and then we did 1 operations. We did operations 2 through 5 this time. So that's 4 more operations. It took us, how long is this recording? Almost 4 hours because of the way we play. So that's what, about 4 hours per. That's because we play slower than probably normal folk, but it's a good 20 plus hours. Good value for the $35 spent because I got it on sale for $35. Even full price, this would have been, well, and is well worth the money. There's a lot to do. I haven't even touched PvP, which is another way you can kind of grind out points and gear and stuff, for, which is a great addition. So then, if people don't like PvP, they can just keep running operations if they like to do both. If they want to gear up heavy before they tackle operations, you can just PvP it out. And a lot of cool stuff to unlock. A lot of it is tied to in-game currency that you get through playing, which is nice. It doesn't feel overly grindy because the core gameplay mechanics are solid in this. I would say, though, after having done the operations, that the main campaign's kind of bland compared to what opens up by playing operations and whatnot. Kind of wish a lot of what we see here could have been bundled into the main campaign with like perks and upgrades and classes. I get why they didn't, because they're named characters, but still. Game's not boring, it is totally awesome, and it is definitely not dumb, so highly recommend it. They've captured the aesthetic and feel. I don't think it's the best 40k game, because you're stuck playing Space Marines, but it's definitely a vast improvement over the first one.
Alright,
So yeah, we've got, I looked at it, we have 6, 7, 8, and 9 left to do for the operations. So.
let's, you want to just talk off, or?
Yeah, we could talk about off recording.
Yep.
If you'd like, so.
Did you go over your top 10 again?
Nope. Was waiting for you. Top 10. Our top 10 list this time around was top 10 least favorite book genres, but it could be individual books too. And my 10 were romance, western, law, horror, with caveats, with horror, certain authors are omitted from that. Number 5 was alternate history. Number 6 was teen dystopian books. Number 7 was Harry Potter. Number 8 was Game of Thrones. I can't stand it. Number 9 was It. And basically every Stephen King book, because I think he's a hack. No shade to him personally, just don't like his books. Number 10, That Bentley Little Book. I think it was called The House. That's my top 10 least favorite books genres. If you enjoy them, again, the caveat being it's not a personal insult or attack or any of that. We're just trying to generate discussion. So let us know in the comments your top 10 least favorite books or book genres. And you can even let us know some of your favorites. Were you going to do your top 10?
Yep. Sorry, my top 10. Gothic horror. Let me take my glasses off so I can see. Gothic horror, ghost horror, splatter horror, romance, western, law, comedy, autobiography, war, and true crime.
Once again, folks, this is the only place on YouTube you will find 2 top 10 lists for the price of 1. And the price of admission is just watching one amazing quality 2 OGs play video. So, thanks for joining us. And to my subscribers, y'all stay awesome. You have an amazing day. Or if you prefer, stay amazing and have an awesome day. Drive by Rubneck and Viewers. Catch you next time. Until then, folks, y'all have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night.
Night, everyone.
Also, Hasbro, you need to do a G.I. Joe RTS game. There, said it.
Yes.
Done. Just put our names down at the bottom. See ya.
Speak it into existence.